Hey, all right.
What?
What's up, everybody? You've got Jack and Henry here
Hi.
from Fandom, and we are about to jump into Mass Effect Andromeda for the very first time.
Well, at least on a stream. I've played quite a lot of it.
Yes, you did the review. Our review is up on fandom.com right now. You can check that out.
Yep.
Henry, you liked it. You give it a 4 out of 5?
Yes, I liked it more than other people, and it ultimately, I will say, the first 10 hours that everybody got to play last week, that is the worst part of the game, and...
Awesome. So you guys are going to see the worst part of the game.
I mean, the first 2 hours are the worst part, and then the 8 hours that follow that good. But once the world, so this is how I feel about Mass Effect. That it starts poorly, but it did. And when I was in those first 10 hours, I was like, boy, I think I'm going to give this like a 3 or even a 2 out of 5. Like this is not good. And when the world opens up and you meet some other characters and there's some new twists, you're like, all right, this is better. Okay, I like this story. I got into it more, but yeah, it's a rough opening. There's some rough writing, and there's some really rough faces. But I played it on PC, and at first I thought it was just because I was playing it like on a low-powered PC.
Was achieved by
but then I was seeing all the same stuff on an Xbox copy or on this one as well. So.
Okay.
We do have subtitles on. I don't know when they're talking, but
behind families.
Well, not in this cutscene.
Homes. The very birthplace
Alright, we'll turn
of our
on
species.
subtitles for you guys.
But I mean, the general gist of it is in between Mass Effect 2 and 3 in the story. Humans, Asari, Turians, Krogan, Solarians, they all. A group of them decided to sign up for the Andromeda Initiative, which was just like, screw the Milky Way, we want to go to a whole new place. They all get on these things called arcs, and follow a thing called the Nexus, which is that. Actually, that's the arc, that's not the Nexus, but anyway, and they're going to take those all the way to the Andromeda Galaxy, but there aren't, there's no faster than light travel over there because the, what are those things called in the first games that you like teleport in between them?
Relays?
The relays. There's no relays out to Andromeda, so they're going to have to fly there the old-fashioned way. They all go, this is pretty much what it's saying on screen too, but so they all go into stasis for 600 years. All the way away. So whatever is a smart way for Bioware to just be like, whatever happened in Mass Effect 3, not talking about that. These characters have no clue. They're very far away, but also means any character that was in Mass Effect 3 can't be in this because they would have been on that or one of the other arcs, so they can't be in the Andromeda system. But it gives them a fresh starting point, but with all the classic races you love, and then they created 2 new races, the enemy, the cat, and your new Knuckles, Echidna space buddies, the Jol is the dude on it. So this is the Hyperion, and that's the human arc, which also means it's very human-focused opening. I'm just like, man, humans are my... I don't know about you, Jack. Humans were my least favorite sex buddies in the first Mass Effect. Like, and I just never wanted to even talk to them. Like once it opened up to have non-humans on my party, I was like, see you later, humans. None of you are on my team. I just want Krogans. I just want Garrus. Like none of you jerks. Yeah. So that's kind of how it is in this opening bit here too. But so coming out of cryo sleep, 600 years. Everybody thought we're going to the Hyperion, we're going to the Andromeda system, and we found at least 7 planets that we could totally live on that have Earth-like habitats. But things don't go as smoothly as they hoped when they landed there.
Right. If you guys have any questions about Mass Effect, feel free to ask us in the chat. I've got it up here. Henry's played the whole game and reviewed it, so to answer. Face does still kind of look weird.
And that's like your first look at the face. I also will credit this is the standard face. Lips and teeth. It's hard. I mean, I don't fault them that it's a difficult undertaking. And I'll just say, 100%, do not blame the humans who made this game and don't attack them. Like, critiquing this game is different from going after people who developed it. So, keep that in mind, folks. But this is... This does feel like it was made by the C team, and maybe that's just because I know it too. I know it was. That it was Bioware. This was Bioware Montreal, not Bioware. Not classic Bioware that is working on that worked on Dragon Age Inquisition. Not Bioware Austin that was working on still working on KOTOR, or I mean OTOR, the Old Republic Tor. That's
The
what we
Tors.
call it, yeah.
The Star Wars one.
They at least get a nice first meeting with your Asari medical folks.
Makes it
here.
sound so easy, doesn't it?
So this is an important thing. No more Paragon or Renegade here.
Okay.
It's now those 4 emotional responses, so it's not the binary system either.
Professional.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what those are as you pick them? Or is it
Yeah,
just
you
kinda
see, you see that little thing there.
Oh, I see,
That's
yes.
casual. That's professional. And then in the upper ones here, if I had the choices, there's emotional, there's logical.
Got it.
So I'm going with cash.
Keep cash.
I hope not. I signed up for a little adventure before we settle down.
Well, buckle up. Sounds like you'll get your wish.
Yeah?
Over here,
What's
the
up,
Pathfinder wants you
Blake?
all on
See
your
you in our
feet right
chat.
away. He said mission ready within the hour.
Any idea why?
There is a
No,
real. So
but
that's
I'm
another
guessing
interesting
that's
thing
where
about this
your
from the
adventure
previous
comes
one
in.
that you play as. You play as
Okay,
one of the
everything checks
Ryder
out.
twins.
Just one more
and there's
thing before I
Liam and
send
then
you
the
on your
sucky
way.
humans.
Let's
I
test your
barely
salmon
wanted
plant.
to have sex with him.
Sam,
Actually,
are
he
you
doesn't
on
go both. He doesn't go both ways. So
Sam,
my male.
are you
I
online?
play as a
Oh, so
male.
he's straight?
Yeah, he's straight. He's just like, sorry, don't go both ways, buddy.
I don't even like the notion that
I just need a second to get
600
my
years in the
bearings.
future, which is
What's this
also
about my
like
implant?
2,000 years
A
in the
routine
future.
check.
Yeah.
That
After
like
being in stasis, we want to make sure the
heteronormative
connection's still
things are
live.
even like a.
As the team's mission
I feel like it would be great if they're just like
Project
everyone's
Side.
totally bi. Like
Well, just
we
like-
evolved
You mean
way
we
past
can't work
that.
as
Nobody
advertised?
like gender
Sam
is
sees
just
what
dead
you
in
see,
general.
in
You would
theory.
think by then,
We won't know for sure
especially
until we get you
if
in
he
the
was
field.
like,
How
well,
are you
we
feeling
have
otherwise?
sex with every other species or all these other
Ready to get to it.
aliens
Readings
now.
confirmed.
So what do we
Detector
care
increased
about
level of
gender
adrenaline
among
system.
humans? Like that's
Neural
meaningless.
network is functioning
But
properly.
Liam
Okay,
seems to
force
be
space
trapped in the
without my
past of actually
You're all
both.
done.
Neither
Let's get you on your way.
you can play
Though
your
you may want to
your
hang around
writer
while we revive your
as
brother.
whatever.
It always
Oh,
helps
so
to
there's
be
where
a
your
familiar
twin
face.
is, which is
I
kind
don't
of
like
a
the
cop
sound
out
of
because
that.
they said it changes later in the game. I'm not going to spoil it, but they implied in the pre-release stuff that like, oh, you pick one of the twins and the other twin is off doing stuff while you're playing,
Yeah.
and then they're like, at least for the opening, like, no, they're just stuck in a box. They're not just like your twin. Your twin is in a coma.
Oh, cool.
What's happening?
Just hang on.
Nice space floating.
Oh yes, sorry. Let's look around. Ooh. Also, if I do bad in this, please keep in mind I'm playing on a PS4 controller now, and I did my review on an Xbox One, so it just might be some brain mapping stuff. Okay, there's Cora.
This is
Oh, we
Cora.
got
I'm at the
Nathan,
cryo.
a Laser Time fan who's in our
Yeah.
chat. What's up, Nathan?
Hey Nathan. Nathan Explosion or a
okay?
different
I like
Nathan?
I think so.
Nathan.
What happened?
We're not sure.
Lavier?
Sensors are
no.
scrambled.
Sorry for butchering
But
your
it's good
name,
to see you
Nathan.
up.
Oh, here we go.
Sensors,
Space
sensors.
Robin.
Yes, that's Cora.
I'm just dancing on my own.
So also, I didn't try to get with her in my
Let's get-
playthrough,
we
but
have
I
a
was
problem
surprised
over
to find out from reading other reports
It's
of
Scott
the
Ryder.
love guides that she doesn't go both ways. That she is a strictly straight companion.
What?
Yeah. Again, both humans don't go both ways.
Nobody with hair that cool is strictly straight.
You think? Yeah. I mean, this is
What's
the future.
wrong?
Maybe straight
I
girls
Maybe
will
that's
decide
normal
cuts
hair.
now, too.
Yeah.
All right. What's up?
Sarah.
Yeah,
Is my brother
my
okay?
poor twin is damaged. Now, there's an
I'm
interesting
fine.
thing you play
His
as
vitals are
I
strong,
can't lose him.
but
He's
the
my only
revival
family. That's
procedure was
emotional there.
interrupted.
I don't like the sound of that.
That
Don't worry.
the
It just
Ryder
means the process
twins
could
are
take a
very
bit longer
distinct
than usual.
personalities, and you like
Sam?
they don't say
My
the same
connection
lines.
is
They
not
don't
getting
have the
lost
same
and suspended.
reactions. Sarah is
His
much more
pulse,
earnest in
respiration,
her
and
dialogue,
reactivity. Uh-oh.
while Scott is more of a goof. And honestly,
on the
like I
safe
like
side,
her.
we'll need
I
to keep
personally
him in a
like her more
low-level
because
coma for a
Scott
while.
takes
The
things
next
too
body
serious,
regained
or takes
consciousness
things too
naturally.
sillily, and I
He'll
think
be
also
fine.
that they just hired
Glad to
like.
hear it.
Could we get the
Thanks,
actor
Lexi.
that
Keep us
sounds
updated.
the most like Nolan North without hiring Nolan
I'll
North?
wait for you.
All right, let's get into the thing here. Settings. Let's get on some subtitles. There we go.
Yeah.
Yes, save him.
Yeah.
Alright, now we'll know what people are saying. Alright, so, yeah, that's your doctor. She works in the med bay. She's alright. Alright, there's Cora. A little walk and talk here. Ooh, what's this data pad have to say? See, 600-year voyage. It's now 28:19. It's been a long time.
So it went well-ish. You guys arrived where you were supposed to.
Relatively.
You didn't like
Might
a
have posed
passenger
there, buddy.
situation. Nobody woke up way too early.
Seemingly.
Is that you hang out like in a med bay? He's like striking a pose.
Morning, Ryder.
Hey, what's
cash.
Or afternoon.
Morning, Ryder. Afternoon. I don't know. All right, what's your deal?
Kirkland.
Good to see you, Ryder.
Yawns.
It's just sorry, Ryder. He looks kind of. Actually, there was one dude on your ship who I was into as male Ryder, and that, or as Scott, which was Gil. He's a fun guy. I like him.
Giving them like separate names, like I still want to call them Fem Rider.
Yeah.
Like, Rider is like, I guess they have names.
It is true. All right. Yeah, it's over here. I want to turn it on. Let me turn on my thing. Enable my scanner. I got it. You'll be doing lots of scanning in this game.
On it.
Ooh, all right, like very like Batman. Just
Yeah.
scanning
Oh,
everything.
definitely. Oh, I got a rumble. Ah, there's the thingy. And then it tells you to think about it, and you get research data points that you will use later.
What are those used for?
Research and getting new items through, like, giving it to your scientists to be like, do research this thing.
Okay, cool.
Found it. Bad relay.
Do that.
Alright, I scanned everything. Yep. Now to override this power terminal. I'm an old hand at this at this opening by now.
It's working.
Green's green. Boo. Alright, we're not all dying.
Could have been the end of everyone in the cryo bay.
Cora, where are you at? There you are.
Good job, Ryder.
Okay, everything's
Now we
cool.
can
Let's
get to
keep
the
going.
train.
But so, yeah, the Ryder twins are the child of the Pathfinder, Alec Ryder. Your dad, who... The Pathfinder is the guy who is hired to be the leader of the group. It's just like, I'm here to lead people to the new lands. It's my job as Pathfinder. It's just like Shepard's kind of high status position, so it means that you'll talk
Go
to
ahead and
people
take us to
who
the-
will then be like, oh wow, it's a Pathfinder. Well, Pathfinder. But it also means the same people who would come up to Shepard come up to you now as like, Pathfinder, I lost my marbles. Would you find them for me, please? And you just go like, yeah, I'll go there. I'll find them on this planet. A lot of fetch quests because you're the Pathfinder.
Helm control, report.
But you're not a Pathfinder yet. First, you
Flight
gotta
controls aren't
talk with
responding.
old Alec. All right, so
First priority
you can tell
is
this is
stopping
like
these
more of a
outages.
real cutscene,
Mainline power's been
so the
knocked
faces
down.
aren't
We're
so
on reserves,
bad. But I
Captain.
think
They
you'll
won't
be seeing
last.
some not so great faces real soon. If that's what you're looking
Yeah,
for.
these ones aren't looking terrible.
Unknown. We lost
So
telemetry.
there's Alec.
Sam.
Voiced by
We need
Clancy
eyes out
Brown, aka Mr. Krabs, and also Lex
You made
Luthor from
Pathfinder,
pretty much every
but this
Justice
is
League
my ship.
cartoon.
Yeah.
Captain, the protocol's
And
clear.
also he's
In the
in
absence of
Starship
communication with the
Troopers. He's
nexus
the
of
guy
the other
training
barge,
him, and he's
we
the
presume-
drill
Oh, yeah,
sergeant Starship
okay,
Troopers.
okay. I know that
Just
guy.
throws the knife
Does
through
the
that
knife in
guy's
his
hand.
hand?
Like,
Yeah.
There. Nobody said
Keep your
anything
wrist
about
up
running
now.
into an energy cloud. And that's just a wild guess what we hit.
Saying, I fucking just saw him in something.
Also,
He's in a lot of things. He's like in a million things.
and it's pretty neat too if you do. I went with the standard Rider look just to speed it up,
Alec,
but the
I need
character
to assess the
customization is
damage.
pretty
Stop
good.
the
I saw
bleeding.
our
We've got 20,000
UK editor
people
when
asleep
she
on
made
this
it.
ship. Let's
She
give them a
made
chance to wake
Sarah
Can't
look
blame
a
her.
lot like her. And,
Cool.
and
Does
it-
it change the other
She
twin?
is the
Yes,
captain.
it does.
I
Yeah,
think
it
she gets
does.
the
They
final
look
word.
more
Well,
like you.
It's like skin tone
This
will
isn't
match.
about
Yeah, well,
Okay.
same with Ryder. Like I've seen
Yes, sir.
multiple. Same with Alec.
Was that
I've
true?
seen multiple games where people made a person of a non-white person, or made their Ryder non-white, and Ryder Alec changes his looks to reflect that as well.
That's cool.
That's Habitat
That's the
7.
standard look there too.
New Earth, if we're
That
lucky.
is Habitat 7.
First question from Twitch. I hear
All of
decent
our
things
long-range
about
scans
Joel's
told us it
character
was in the
and
green
race.
zone.
Henry's thoughts?
Perfect for you.
Yeah, Joel grows on you when you first meet him. You're like,
doesn't
you're
even
just
look
these
the
boring. You seem just like boring water dudes.
She's
So
right.
they kind
It's
of
pretty dicey from here.
They're a
We sure about
nice
those scans?
addition. I especially
It's a good
like that
question.
they all
Things can change.
They're the only
been
ones
600
natural
years.
to this universe. I don't want to spoil too much, but in Andromeda,
The energy from the
none of the
Stop
you're bringing
processes.
all the races from the
Planetary
Milky Way
conditions
here.
are on hand.
The only ones who are the Ket and Jaws race are the only ones natural to that area.
We're
The
marooned.
Angarans. So
20,000
the
souls
Angaran
adrift to
people
sea.
treat all of
When
you
the
guys
power
like,
runs
look,
out,
you're another alien.
stays
Yuck,
out.
aliens here again, eh? And
We need to
so
know if that's
you get
safe
kind
or
of
not.
some interesting social commentary there as they warm up to these
As
aliens,
Pathfinder, it'll be my
and
job to find an alternative.
they're pretty neat. I
Fully
came
trained
to
for
I came to really like them.
But
Okay.
if this goes well,
Though Jaw too
You're
is just like,
already
nah, I'm only you can only get with Jaw as Sarah, not as
All
Scott.
right, just make it quick.
Harper,
So I
the
think
rest of the team should
the-
be awake by now. Have them spin up 2 shuttles.
The Mass Effect series
Planet
has
Fallen
always
30.
been like
Yes, sir.
the person I wanted to get with the most was always like not available
stubborn one,
with
isn't
the
he?
character
Yeah.
I picked. Like same with Dragon Age. I think that's Bioware
Stubborn runs
for
in the
me. Like
family.
I just always pick
rubbed off on
the
you.
wrong person, and when I
Just
get
as
to the
long
part
as he
where I'm
knows
like
what he's
time to
doing.
bone, it's like nope.
It's not like the camp
Not for you.
Save the day.
Except for Inquisition, where I
Yeah.
got with that giant bull.
I need an
dude.
ETA.
Oh yeah, everybody loves Iron Bull.
Yeah.
He goes both ways,
Yeah.
which is good. He should not limit himself to. But I just and that was played by Freddie Prinze Jr. Like he did such a good
Right,
job
yeah.
with that. It's like Mr. Buffy. Are they still together? I hope they're still together. It makes me sad when celebrity couples break up.
My brother's going to hate that he missed this.
There's
Are all the riders
so let's
adrenaline
see.
junkies?
So the
Yes,
Angaran are
like-
interesting. The cats,
I was
your
born
other
with an
enemy,
enemy.
your main enemies in the game,
I never
they
learned
are
from it.
boring. They really remind me of like. No,
Don't
you
worry.
got they
I'm
they
sure
remind me
Scott
of the
will pull
boring
through.
new enemies they introduced in Halo
Yeah,
4.
when
Just
he
like,
does,
you guys
he'll
aren't as
wanna hear
cool as the
stories.
old Halo
So,
enemies.
let's get out there and find him one.
Yeah.
They're like, we're Tron enemies. You're like, no,
Right.
I don't care.
You'll wanna get the helmet.
This is funny.
And maybe
Blake
stop
sent
the good
over on
luck
YouTube
round
says,
before we go.
these faces are almost looking
what?
like Reboot in some spots,
Got
which
it.
just made me think of Reboot, so I
Yeah.
had to read that. Oh, man.
That is some
Enzo
harsh.
and Bob and Dot,
Hey Fisher, how's it going?
I haven't watched that show forever.
hexadecimal, megabyte. I learned all my computer terms there. I remember like taking a programming class like in middle
She
school.
wasn't thrilled with the
And
idea
like,
of the expedition.
I'd be like,
My dad
oh,
won her
and
over.
you'd like learn all those things, and I was like,
Yeah.
haha, just like in Reboot. Like,
Oh, I get. Yeah,
Good
you
call.
get it. It's,
got guts
all
going
right,
against
like I
you,
don't
man.
want to talk to you anymore, buddy.
The way I see it.
Skipping this.
Lamar Kelly on Facebook kind of has like a who cares about the faces, and that's kind of where I am too. Like,
Hang in there, Scott.
as long as it doesn't like
Looks like Dad's
like
already
if they're
suited
not
up.
breaking, like then like I think after a while I'll get used to like kind of a not
Can't
perfect
leave without
face.
your
You
pistol.
do get used to them, but there's still moments where you're just like, like
just
you
another
just
boring day
it
at
takes
the
you out of it.
office,
I can't wait to do this. I'm so excited.
This is
I
what the
picked the heart
Pathfinder
one a
team's
lot
all
more. I
about.
picked the emotional
We're
response.
going to see a
most of the
planet
time,
no
but,
humans ever set foot
There
on.
were definitely moments,
I know what you
even
mean.
as I got used to what
I always
level the
wondered what it
faces
was
were
like when
at,
explorers crossed
there would
the
still
ocean.
occasionally be moments where I was like,
Nothing but
ooh, that really
stars
took me
and
out of the
dead reckoning to
scene.
guide
Like
you.
I was really
And a
into
map
the
that
scene,
said,
and then the
"Here be
face just goes
dragons."
off. Like,
Well, if they made
this is
it, we can
okay.
too.
This
And
year.
maybe see a
Let's
dragon
hope.
along the way.
Never know.
Have
Let's
you
keep
seen
an eye
any of
out.
like the weird glitches where
And
she's
our
like kind of like
distance.
exorcist neck
On that
twisting?
note,
You know,
Get my
that's
gear
not
in
a
order.
glitch I saw. The big glitches I saw were actually the animation on the Angara
We scanned
people.
Andromeda.
When they
Everything
cross
was
their
really
arms
clear.
like this, their
Things
hands
change
go
like that.
through
No.
their forearms. Like, you made these too big for their hands. Like,
I've seen my
okay, I'm gonna get my gun here.
Yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
Yes, I'm all suited up.
You never Now let's
Why
get
read
to the
data
shuttles.
pads? Let's just hurry this up. Let's get to Habitat 7, baby.
We're gonna leave all the data pads for you guys to read yourselves. Straight to action.
They're not as interesting as you'd hope. But I mean, they give good flavor to the world. I think, too, I skipped through some stuff and didn't look into the codex as much just because they...
Oh,
Oh, the lights.
Dr. Carlisle.
oh, because I covered up
with
the
everything
thing.
going
That's,
Oh,
that's
no.
hilarious.
Ark needs you more than we do.
I like didn't want our lame white wall to be
Pathfinder
like
wants
looking
a
lame,
medic
so I
on
put that
hand.
screen in front of it. And now it thinks nobody's in this
I'm
room.
happy to knock on the door.
I'm just gonna sit here in the dark.
Alright,
hope
how's
it
that
is.
looking?
We look like ghosts.
You got a
You
quote
can't see
ready?
us at
Just
all.
lit by the TV.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure your dad will
You look-
handle
yeah.
that honor.
I
Not a
never-
good look for us. I'll just turn up the brightness on my laptop,
All right, team, button it up.
Maybe
and
it
now
was
I
that
look like
one.
I'm telling you all
Sir,
spooky
we broke out
stories.
the weapons as requested.
All right, let me get up.
Anything we
Yeah.
should know about?
Seem prudent, given the situation.
Walls.
Oh, well, hey,
Down a
when
man
we have a
who's
more dedicated studio soon,
I heard
Yeah.
about that.
we won't be having these
brother's
problems
strong.
here.
Yeah, I came here like
my
Dragon
brother-
Balls, like build me a studio, and they were like, why don't you
Better.
prove you can do your job
6 under
first?
your nap and he oversleeps.
There we
You
go.
know him.
Come on back on
Never
lights.
was an early riser.
I know a lot of people, so maybe some people are a little
Just
too
don't
harsh
let
on
it
the
get to
faces,
you.
and they're not like,
I need
they're
you
not
sharp.
game breaking, but you still have these moments
sir.
of thinking. You still have these
Your
moments of
mom would've
thinking,
been proud.
you guys, it's been 5 years
Both
since
of you.
Mass Effect 3. You should have figured this out. Or-
Right, yeah.
So that's how I also felt with
Okay, team.
Fallout 4. Of just like,
I
oh,
chose
this,
each of you
this
for the
still
Pathfinder
sucks.
team, not
Like
just
you guys
because
still
you're
suck at,
talented
or
and passionate,
not suck. I'm harsher to the
because
Bethesda
you're dreamers,
engine than others,
like me.
but still was like this engine should be
dream of
better now.
exploring the
Like
unknown.
you're on
Finding
new gen
the edge of
consoles,
the
and
map.
it's still I'm just seeing
And then
gifts
discovering what
everywhere
lies
of problems.
When people look back on this, and they will,
People said that
They'll
we looked
remember
like
we didn't
we
give
looked
up.
like we were on the Mass Effect ship with the
We
lighting,
kept dreaming.
just like
Ah.
the
First
blue of
few
the screen
faltering
letting us
steps in
up.
Andromeda,
We should have kept it.
were the
This is a
beginning
meeting of the
everything
Midnight
they
Society.
know.
Oh my gosh.
We only get one chance to be first.
Yeah. This is.
So,
I like the
let's go
one
make history.
where Tia and Tamara Mowry, it was a chameleon that turned into him, so they got to both play it.
Oh,
One was like an
wow.
evil.
I don't remember
chameleon.
that one.
Oh man, that's one of the later, like one of the last
Okay.
ones. It's not good.
I watched the first 2 seasons the most, but I remember one of my favorite episodes. Then it was revealed later, like, oh, that was Ryan Gosling in that episode. Like, he's on one.
Using one, yeah, like riding the one with the cartoon's afraid of swimming, and there's like a ghost monster zombie thing in the pool. Basically, it's like just the end of Friday the 13th, but like
Oh yeah.
scared the crap out of me as a kid.
The one that scared me the most was when they lost. It was in the first season, one of the first episodes where
Whatever it is.
they
Stop the Hyperion
they go
with
like a
drugs.
boy and his brother go to some like amusement park, and he steals the nose off of this clown, and then the clown starts stalking him and trying to kill him until he puts the nose back. That one like gave me nightmares. It seems like everything's going fine on this expedition to Habitat 7. Guess this will be a boring video game.
We're clear.
Enterprise asks, what has more stiff acting, Andromeda or Iron Fist?
Woof. I'd say Iron Fist.
Yeah,
actually.
I will not pass up a moment to talk about bad Iron
Good to
Fist
meet you,
is.
Liam.
I mean, I watched that first episode, and it wasn't even like, oh, this is the worst thing I've ever seen. It wasn't, but it just was like, this is boring, this is bland, and there's no big hook. Especially when I think about like the first episode of Luke Cage has a real arc for his character. He's like, I don't want to be a hero. I don't want to help people. And then it ends with him beating the shit out of dudes and going like, I do want to be a hero. I'm a hero. Like, there's a real state change there. Same with Jessica Jones, where she's like, I don't want to investigate this thing. I don't care. I'm not involved. I got to stay away from the Purple Band. And then that girl kills her parents. She's like,
Copy that.
nope, I got to
Sounds
see
like
this
a
to the
full
end.
Right.
In both those things, like, wow, that's cool. In Iron Fist, it's just like, hey, you're crazy. No, I'm not. Well, now you're in a mental institution. Cool. I don't know. It wasn't about him. It was about him getting like poisoned. Like he didn't make a change in his mind, or it didn't set him up. He just gets like poisoned and put in mental institution. Also because he acts crazy. And if I was them, I'd also say like, dude, what are you doing? Like you're not a dead person. You're a homeless guy who is stalking us and beating up security guards.
Over on Facebook, Daniel asks, has a couple things. He says he hopes you can have a love arc with your ship's AI.
Oh, what?
Digging that voice, Daniel?
Well, we aren't talking about Sam. He is another major character in this.
Oh no! Liam! Ryder screams!
We have the sound off in here, guys.
Acceleration, yes.
Okay.
Your jump jet is malfunctioning.
Sam sounds exactly like the Jarvis voice, actually.
I'm into it too. I'm with Daniel. I want to ship AI. That's my new thing. Like, I don't know how that works romantically, but I feel like there's an intimacy of always being inside of the ship.
Well, Sam's always with you. Uh-oh, you better fix that thing with your Omni tool. Sam's always with you in your brain because he is, like, attached to the Pathfinder.
Okay.
And there's some really interesting stuff, but you got to dig through the memories to find out about Sam. Those are the things of like in the big open maps. Hey, you got to find all the memory clusters, and then it'll unlock more of your dad's memories. But this is also a classic Bioware of now that we're like half the game. I've got a helmet on, so I don't have to animate my mouth or worry about lip sync there, which is honestly a good thing. I like the defined butt on the suit. It's for the guys too.
You got some booty there.
This is Ryder. Come in.
Yeah, I like that suit a lot.
So here we are in Habitat 7. Things are not as good as they thought in the
Sam's offline.
well, the biggest problem is that the atmosphere is just screwed. And they didn't expect that. They thought this would have an Earth-like atmosphere when they landed. And now you're with Liam, and Liam's lame. I don't like Liam.
I can tell you that much.
He's pretty lame.
Yeah.
He's
cool
okay.
hair.
No way this is
Maybe
home.
I'm just mad at Liam because he didn't want to bone my mail ship.
Alright, maybe you'll like him better this time around.
Maybe. He said he had a funny line though when you do the flirt thing, like it shows up when you can flirt with somebody and it kind of like tells you if they are a continuing romantic interest or not. And when I did it with him, he's like, sorry man, I'm not into that, but it's good to know. It's good to know my
I've seen my share of troubles.
my attractiveness is universal, or like it works on guys too, or something like that.
There you go, take it as a compliment.
Yeah, that was good.
Sam said it's
There's
dark
another
energy.
part in here that we're not going to see that's not so great with representation.
Yes, yeah.
But it's going around the internet.
Yeah, if you guys haven't seen yet, there's
Welcome to Habitat
the
7.
So
clumsiest
clumsy.
like trans character introduction I think I've ever witnessed.
Yeah, at least in a major game. Like it's
How's your gun?
they tried or whatever. You say like
I think that's
good
what
effort,
almost makes it
but-
worse, right? Because it's clearly not like there's no malice. It's like
There.
someone thought that was a good thing to do.
Come on.
Like,
I can see a path up.
ooh, so
The jump
bad.
jets we have.
Into the breach.
So
Darn it, I was
Galadan's over on
supposed to
Twitch
stop this.
asks,
Give it a minute.
or says, after Persona 5, I want a 2017 romance deathmatch between Breath of the Wild, Mass Effect, and Persona love interests, which kind of sounds awesome. And I mean, we'd be down to do that. Like, who's got the most bangable NPCs?
Boy, yeah, I wonder if anybody's gonna beat Sido, Sidon, the Shark Man, who remember
Prince Sharky.
I effing called it on this stream, on our Zelda stream. You go back and watch it. It was
because that was day one, and you were right there, so we were like, hey, what's up?
It was day one. You asked me like who's gonna be everybody's like big crush, and I said I think it's gonna be this guy, and I was right. I mean, look, anybody would have said that because he's got a big smile, but I'm just shocked how what I didn't expect was also what a big hit with pretty much everybody I've seen online is Gerudo outfit Link.
Yeah.
Everybody's into that.
That's it.
A little bit of crossplay with Link.
Yeah. No, there's also a bit of an annoying moment in there. I'm just like, it's a guy. Like,
Yeah. I can
there's a lame bit there, but it's still Link's looking good in his Gerudo outfit.
Eddie Rodriguez on Facebook agrees that Mass Effect trans character is kind of bad, but wants more trans representation.
Totally.
Get it right. Totally agree. Like, I think it's Dragon Age did such a good job with it because you got a character who was an NPC. It wasn't main, but like you could keep talking to them as the game went on, and like hours into it, they felt comfortable enough to like tell you that information. And it was like, hey, like, just so you know, it was like, cool, they volunteered, like, it felt natural, and stuff, or like, as natural as it can get. Okay, these are...
These are the cat, they're boring. They're just bone dudes who don't talk. And they exist, like, bony bugs to be killed by the thousands.
Yeah, that's... You can't make them look too human-y, so it's like, so you don't feel bad.
Pretty much, and so you just have to, because you're going to be headshotting a lot of these guys. So they were told your dad's instruction was don't fire unless you're fired upon, but I ain't playing that. This
stealth headshots.
Oh, again, if I do poorly in this, it is because I played on an Xbox controller, and now I'm on a PS4 controller, and it's my brain needs to reset.
Okay. It's
Well,
over.
I'll accept it.
You okay?
I don't buy it,
I
but
killed them.
I'll let you have it.
I killed it pretty
You
fast.
did it. It's fine. Animal Fries prefers the Evil Dead girlfriend from Resident Evil 7. We'll add her to the list for our like boyfriend girlfriend showdown of 2017.
Yeah, I wonder what everybody's favorite person's going to be in Persona 5. I haven't played enough to get the dating started. I haven't picked out a waifu yet like I did.
Isn't how first
In
contact was
P4, my
supposed to
waifu was Chie. I know some people... Chie's kind of
Yeah.
a love-or-hate-it character in there.
I like
Yeah, the
Chie.
whole neighborhood
I mean,
knows
obviously,
that.
I wish you could have gotten with Yosuke, but you couldn't, unfortunately. But
I hate Yosuke.
what? Come on, man. He's
Yosuke
trying his
is like
best.
a homophobic POS.
Yeah, but he...
That camping scene?
Yes,
Can you-
yes,
Oh.
but I chalk that up to him dealing with his own issues.
I was mad that the game did not give me an option to like backhand it. Like,
Oh my god, that was
like your
yeah.
two options were like, you're right, or like, hey. And
Yeah,
there was no like, dude, you need to chill.
That would've
Like,
been just
you
like-
need to leave the tent.
Yeah, I would have
like-
said, get the hell out of here.
man,
Like that,
yeah.
I would have loved that, and just like, hey, I think you're gay, and you're not
Well,
gonna
I don't have
like, you
Sam
know,
here, but I
do
can
stuff
try
while
to
I'm
be
asleep. Like,
They're
F
teenagers.
you.
Yeah,
Jessica.
it was just-
Some kind of
I agree, that was terrible. But, oh yeah, it's time to
Genetics are
loot
all
some
over
bodies
that.
up in here.
Woo!
I guess
All right, more things coming in our chat.
took a turn here, huh?
Kim on Facebook asks,
I hope the other
like,
team's okay.
you know how the Ket are made,
We'll find
right?
them.
Is that a
Yes,
spoiler?
yeah. Is this Kim?
You're the
Is
Rico
Kim who I
specialist.
work
Walk
with?
away.
I don't know. Kim Duel.
Right.
Yes, that is. Yes,
Ah,
I do know.
oh,
I do know how the Ket are made, Kim. I have
Spent
played
time
the
with an
game
Alliance
as well, but
peacekeeping
I still think they are boring in the introduction,
Yeah,
and they're
makes
not
sense.
that. Even once you know how they're made,
Let me
which is a
guess.
big,
It says
big
it's
old
over.
spoiler. I'm not going to say on here.
Yeah,
Like,
no sign of industrial pollution.
I still didn't
Let's
like
not kill
it
this
more.
place.
I was just like, yeah, cool.
No
That's how you're made,
radioactive
but I
isotopes
think
either.
you're lame. Like, I still would rather more interesting enemies than these dudes.
So Caladans asks, have you played the entire game as both male and female, and are you able
Oh.
to switch?
Look, no, I don't have that kind of time.
You didn't beat this game 8 times in a row?
No, it's you can't switch. It's one or the other. But
Okay.
that's also, I mean, there's also you can't romance everybody you can in your first playthrough either.
Right.
There's some who are just like they prefer exclusivity or whatever. So it's made for multiple playthroughs, and I think you get enough different dialogue from both the writers that it's worth a play as both. Stab
Bro,
them.
we can see you.
Boom. Yeah, I love that. Nova.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's the big thing here. That like there's cover. Cover is just like dynamic and sticky.
Can't believe we're
And
doing
then
this.
there is also
Did Kirkland make
the
it?
jumping, the jetpack. It makes levels a lot more vertical than before. Also, I gotta say, I like playing with this on here more because using this to holster your weapon or to pull up your weapon wheel is a lot better than using the just the options button on your on the Xbox. Looks
Oh,
like we got
Kirkland!
no, Kirkland. We shared one line of dialogue, and now you're dead.
Kirkland, you needed coffee! You'll never get coffee now!
I
No
feel so
vital
bad.
signs. It just shot him in cold
You
blood.
can be sleepy forever in space heaven.
Why kill it?
Kim's still talking in there. Like
Well, we
Kim,
treat them any
Kim
different if
has
they showed up
played
on Earth
quite a lot of
armed
it
to the
too.
teeth.
So I'm interested to hear what she. Kim, what did you think of my review? If you're still watching.
Peace isn't going to be an option here.
Daniel asks how long is the install time for this on console. If it's off of a disc, like 10 minutes. Didn't take long.
We'll come back for his body once
if
we
you're trying to
find
like
the others.
download it off of like
Grill's still alive.
Yes,
somewhere.
PSN today,
Still,
you're
take a
gonna
look
sit
at
around
this
for
architecture.
hours.
This is really
Yeah.
That's PSN's problem.
But that's old PSN.
Good
Yeah.
old PSN. But yeah, we're playing off a disc copy, and it installed pretty fast. It does need like 40 gigs or something.
Yeah.
So like, my problem is that like I'm out of space on my PS4 now. So every time I get a new game, I have to decide like which game am I
I'll mark the nav point.
basically never gonna play again, because once I uninstall it, we're not coming
Never
back.
touching it.
Like,
No. Well, that's funny. I actually once they created in the last update that you could have a separate hard drive. I was like, all right, forget it. 3 terabyte hard drive. Let's do it. Like So now I no longer have to think about that.
That's a smart move. I should just upgrade. I did have to stick in. I stuck in like a fat thumb drive into the back of my Wii U.
Oh wow!
Because I downloaded Zelda, and it was like the Wii U can only fit one game on it, so I already had Mario Kart 8, the only game I own on the Wii U.
Oh, so you've got a white one as well then?
I have a black one.
Oh, okay. Wow. Man, it can't even fit. Damn.
Yeah, it's like it has one game. There was like. It can almost fit 2 games. There was almost enough room for Zelda.
But not Zelda.
But like, yeah, Zelda was pretty hefty. It's the biggest game on the Wii U. Kim is 100 hours in.
Wow, that's much more than I played.
Kim should just review it for us.
Well, she...
Toxicity 4?
Oh, yeah, I'm standing in some poison crap.
Ah, okay.
See? That's bad. Should not have been standing there.
I got one!
Darn it. Alright.
Okay, Aaron's got a great question on Facebook. He says, from the time you played, have you experienced any callbacks to the original Mass Effect trilogy?
Yes. Yeah, there's actually a really big one right after this section, like when you have your first time to walk around the Nexus, which totally isn't the Citadel. It has nothing in common with the Citadel. It's the Nexus. I love that.
I like that everything is like named as if someone was ripping off Mass Effect.
They're making their rip off of Mass Effect. And there's even a line when you see the Nexus like, wow, it's bigger than the Citadel. It's really, just to make it clear. But anyway, when you're on there, you get a message from Liara. Like there's a message from her there. And you also meet the cousin of a famous another old character. So there are definitely references. I think more so early on just to make you feel comfortable starting up this thing, you know.
Kim says that there are like data discs from Liara.
Oh, that's how I was talking.
She knows Alec Ryder.
Yep.
So, okay, cool. So you get this like thing, but like nobody like rolls in and shows up and was like, surprise! I was on the other 600-year-long. Shit.
Well, no, because like I said, it takes place in between. They leave between 2 and 3.
Okay.
So if they were in 3, then they can't have been on this ship.
So this is actually. It's not just that they're far away, it's also 600 years after the events of 3.
So everything that happened in 3 was 600... What happens if I talk and play at the same time? Anyway, yeah, everything that happened in 3 was 600 years ago, so... It's also, I mean, 3 had such a big old change at the end. It did so much, just like, it's why people wondered, how could they even do a 4 with all this stuff that got changed here? And the answer is that they had to go to a galaxy far, far away.
Go so far away and so long after that, who remembers if the entire galaxy was destroyed over there?
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, we can't hear from them. They're somewhere else. Oh yeah, this is your first like big challenge of a fight. Like this is a pretty long fight. Yeah, why don't you just shoot these guys now? Okay. Sometimes they just glitch and just stand there. Oh, there we go.
The unknown because you don't know what the race is yet.
Yeah, you haven't found out that it's yet. Sam hasn't told you. You don't have Sam in your brain yet to explain everything to you. Which then it's just like, I know you're an advanced AI, but no one's been here before. Like, how did you... Well, I just translated the thing that's never been translated before. Just did it. Oh, cool, Sam. You're pretty advanced. I mean, there's some answers for why Sam's so good at that stuff, but a good little head explosion there.
Another shuttle incoming!
In this weather?
Way there. Yeah, the game's just a straight up shooter now too. Like this is.
I wish.
Oh, I mean,
really
3 pretty much.
Yeah.
You're shitting.
Well, I mean, that's where the money's at, man. Things are shooters now. They're not. I also prefer the assault rifle to pretty much every other class of weapon.
I'm definitely
those are the
heavy unknown.
Yeah.
Charging these weapons later.
Come on, reload. I can kill him before he finishes shooting. Come on. Yeah.
You're wrecked.
There's too many
Good
of
little
them.
spot here.
Just keep firing.
But you got some nice blind fire stuff, but it's not. See, that's the thing. It is a shooter, but like in In Gears, this would be sticky cover instead of like, I think I'm standing there. You gotta watch that, your shield there too. That shield, it lets you know when you're in cover, not a cover. Alright, killed them all. Boy, I did way better at that than I did the first time I played it. Only died once. Yeah. Yeah.
Extra.
Oh, Cora's like, come on, Liam, don't be that jerk. And I was like, no, I'm gonna say this.
Anger is good.
This is different than how I was before.
Stay
Anger's
pissed.
good. We're gonna need it.
Use it.
Yeah. If you can.
Just remember
Whatever.
we need that ammo.
Strangle them if I have to.
Though with Cora
What about
in
the
her
others?
outfit, you can't see
Visors
her
wondered,
like,
but sitting tight.
I don't know,
No
her
sign of
side
fear.
cut.
Now our shuttle's in pieces.
She
Yeah,
just,
her
like,
hair really,
held it back.
the hair really defined all these characters. So now that they're all in helmets, I'm like, don't know who any of you are.
Yeah. Again, that's another of those things. Like, if you were an alien, you wouldn't even have a dumb helmet on. You would be talking to me. I'd just be seeing it. Cora's a biotic. People, they go all the way to another universe, but they're still just like, well, I don't know about biotics. You guys are
Don't worry, it's
weird.
not contagious.
Oh.
Before they attacked,
Or some people are, oh boy, Silicon Valley characters are getting pop vinyls.
You're a lifesaver.
Everything
Now
gets a
just take
Funko
these.
Pop.
Finally, I
Yeah.
was
Sam, are
like,
you there?
dang, I don't have a pop,
Curious-sealing
Funko Pop of
affirmative,
literally
sir.
every show I've ever
Offer
seen.
needs to speak with you.
I have a friend, she works in Silicon Valley, and she says she
Liam and I are with
can't watch
Cora.
that show because it's just
We
too
have
painful.
wounded
She's
people.
like,
The
no,
good
this is
news is
just
our
my
shuttle's
life.
been
I can't watch this.
I had a boss that was pretty similar to some of those characters, and like sometimes on the show I
I'll
would
take
just
that
be like,
chance.
I'm now stressed.
It's not any better around.
But it's so
Just
funny,
lightning
so
rods
good.
running around
Like
here.
nails it,
Not
like
if
in a
we
way
can
that
turn the
like
lightning
surprisingly nails it.
I don't follow.
Like
I have an idea.
Um,
Rendezvous with my coordinates. We'll.
cover system reminds Blank of Time Crisis a little
Sir?
bit. Kind of like as you can peek out.
Yeah.
Stuff. Oh, enough of my Funko bashing. Never.
I can keep
Never.
it stable.
Oh, bash Funko to my grave. It'll be on my gravestone.
Let's move.
Get Nendoroids.
That's enough Funko Pops. That's what my tombstone will say.
Get Nendoroids instead. That's what you want.
What I'm
Like,
hopeful for is that like this is
Sam,
kind of like
the Pathfinder's
like
position.
Marking the
grease the wheels for
You go
Doesn't
ahead.
just
far.
collecting in
Let's make
general.
this quick.
Like it will start to be like people will start to get bored and then they'll be like, but I still want cool figurines, and so we'll be like, hey, check out some of these things.
It's like when we were
What was my
kids,
dad
or when
scouting
we were
for?
teens, you first listen to like Blink 182, and then you find
Well,
better
that put
punk
what's near it.
music.
Exercise
that's
the
like
listening.
your-
The stormfront is already gaining
Alright.
intensity.
Not like actively, their new album's not that great, but like I saw them in concert as part of a collection of bands
Uh-huh.
of this whole thing, like not too like long ago.
Hey, look, I'm not judging. I'm not judging.
Ryder.
Okay, it's guilty pleasure music for me at this point, but like I also saw Bad Religion, so like
Whoa.
I fall off that cliff.
I almost did. That's a danger of having actual platforming in a Mass Effect game. But they don't punish you for it. It's just it's the same as falling off a cliff in Zelda. It's just like
Sam's
okay,
right.
Oh, okay.
We don't have much
you
time.
take a little health hit, or you lose all your
They're drawing the lightning away.
you lose all your shield, and then it
Knock
comes
that wall.
back.
They might keep us
Watch
safe.
your shield, but also watch the. You're lucky, or it
Get
becomes a
ready
thing you
here.
kind of just
Lightning
notice, like,
is
oh, I'm in a place where I'm gonna have a big
My
shootout
dad's
because there's
busy.
ammo boxes
He
here.
wasn't in.
But it's just it's all these like very obvious
Halfway
ammo
shows my
boxes
dad's up
everywhere.
there.
Now, there's a lot of extra stuff you can explore around here, and I would suggest if you're going to start the game, you should do it and do the side quests in here. You'll get more
Sir.
crap, but I'm just zipping through this, so I went straight to the main objective points to meet up with old Daddy. They have a difficult relationship because he's a former N7 guy, so he's not Shepard, but he's not Shepard, because you're like, wait, you're a human N7? Like, that's kind of a big deal. So he basically works like a Spectre, and he has all those skills. But then he's thrown out of the N7 because he loves Sam too much, his AI companion.
So
But
you
it's like,
can get with your AI.
well,
Yeah.
it's just a close friendship.
Things like that.
We did our best, Dad. No, I'm not saying that.
Petulant as your choice.
But your dad got thrown out because he was like, no, AIs with us can help us. They'll make things better. And then everybody else in N7 is just like, no, that's how bad things happen when you let AIs get in touch with humanity. It's like, not mine. I'll show you.
The tower
I'll
is
go the
open.
Andromeda.
Vacuum
So, That's his thing with Sam. And here's, I mean, that is a cliche though, of just like go to the monolith that shoots lasers into the sky. That's every action film.
Yeah. I feel like the notion of getting on a ship and sailing way
It's a
far
hell of a
away
gamble.
so that
We
you
won't know
can
until we
marry
get in there and try.
something, whoever you want,
Yes.
is like
It'll be a nasty fight the whole
very
way.
like. I mean, that's basically how America was founded.
Yeah, actually, Sam, our UK games editor, she wrote a really good article about how at a time when, not just in America, but in England as well, there's a ton of talk about immigration. This is a this is a game all about immigration. Like, you are, everybody on the arcs, everybody in the Nexus, they are all immigrants to this universe who are looking to start anew, and they're getting hostility from the locals. Like, that is the story there, and so it ends up being a much more like relevant story than I think even the developers probably thought it would. So that's a positive about it.
We're even doing the thing where we show up and start killing the native people.
Well,
We're so rudely not liking these things that we built on their planet.
Well, Scott has a good. When I played as Scott, he had a good line of just when in that first bit where the cat starts shooting at you, Liam goes like, "Oh, they just shot at us." Like, you can't say, "Well, how would we have done it?" Like, what would we have done? And he's like, "Oh yeah, okay, you're right."
Oh, look at him! He got jukes.
Yeah, this guy's a lot smarter than most guys. Unfortunately, Dad killed him. Thanks, Dad. Yeah, you know, I hate to say it, but I do wish I was playing Persona 5 right now instead of this.
We'll be doing the Persona 5 stream soon too.
Yeah. Look forward to it, and I think later this week we'd like to do a Splatoon one. Oh, make sure to know where all the you're going to be in some areas for a long time in a shootout, so keep track of where things like this, the health, your health packs are, because you recharge your shield, you do not recharge your health.
Okay.
At least like not health. So though you can level up and eventually do get the ability to recharge your skills. Actually, you know what? I didn't even assign my freaking skill points. Ooh, look. And your squad ones.
Squad points.
So let's give you some defensive training, higher stuff, and oh, you already had one in that. Let's give you Nova, then Liam. Let's see, Liam. I always go first for the health ones because especially with my character, like I went straight to combat and mostly just my combat fitness, just so I'm like, oh, I can get shot more. Like, there, more health, more shields. Now I'm safer. Boom. All right. So done there.
Nice.
But that's another big change in this one. There's no classes. It's more like you just assign skills you like, and it kind of is build your own system. It usually takes about 2 hits with your standard Omni tool to kill those guys. Yeah, man, I haven't even taken many hits. Oh wait, no, I did that a couple times.
Is there friendly fire?
No, there's not. Oh, hey, it worked out.
Yeah.
I was too busy staring at my dad. You can tell he's pretty maxed out already.
Running through there.
I mean, that's how, they've shown you how awesome Dad is.
Your dad, cool as. Cool, can I play as him? No.
No, he's, oh no.
That's Greer on the
They
table.
dissected him. See, these guys are jerks.
We'll try to come back
What?
for him. Have to keep
No.
pushing
It's
it.
what the Ket do. The Ket aren't nice. And eventually I'll say you at least meet some Ket who are not just, like, silent. They will explain themselves
Give me
in
engineer
interesting
profile.
ways. And one of my favorite bits in the game is when they still have the thing that I just loved in the previous Mass Effects of, like, hey, watch out, there's a thing that says if you hit right trigger, you can just do something immediately, but it's timed. And it's like, that guy's walking away, oh, I shot him, like, hit RT right now and you shoot him in the head. Or you can throw somebody off of you, or I like that stuff. It makes you pay attention. in the dialogue I see. Alright, follow the
This looks like
Pathfinder
the
over
control
here.
center.
Kill these dudes.
Keep 'em off my back.
You heard him.
We made it. In one piece.
Hi,
Not
Isaac
over yet.
on YouTube.
I
If
need
you're
to get
watching.
to that door over there.
Oh, yeah.
Bling asks, are you guys excited for Prey?
Yeah!
Yes,
Yeah.
I am.
I've actually, you can watch it on the site right now, but I played the first hour of it at an appointment. It was really good. It was, I liked it, most of all I liked
need to decipher
its,
the language.
how do I say? It felt
There's
in a
more
good
coming
way
up.
like
What's the plan here? They'll
Bioshock.
surround us
It
in
was
no
like,
time.
hey, Bioshock's
We need to
cool.
defend both
Or
sides
really
and
System
flank
Shock.
us.
And
Where'd
it's
you
just
wanna
like
go?
nobody else is making System Shock. Why don't we make System Shock? Alright, so this is about ordering your squad mates around. And the AI is good enough that ordering around isn't too necessary. They'll usually just cover your butt pretty well. Especially, I mean, my favorite teammates. I'm actually, Kim, if you're in here, tell me what yours are. My favorite teammates were, okay, go over here,
Got
jerks. My favorite squad mates were Jal and
Right.
and Drak,
Watch
the
it.
Krogan.
They got
Okay.
some
You
movement.
got a nice bruiser and you got a nice long shot. PB, the Asari, she's pretty good. And actually, I came to like Cora
We
for
can do it again.
it's not usually
A lot
shaking
of
that
people
much.
still
there.
counting on us.
But hey, if you're
I'm
looking
just
for
getting
tech
warmed
problems
up.
with it, here it is. Shaky Rider. Alright, let's kill some dudes.
They mean business. Keep them off your dad.
And this is just classic game design here of protect me while I do this thing. It's gonna take some time. They shouldn't probably go towards this guy out of cover. It's probably a mistake. Whoa!
What the?
Oh, darn it, this guy.
There's a
I
lot of-
forgot, you guys didn't even get to see the, I like their
Dog
heads
one.
explode, yeah. These, they've got some dogs that chase after you. Oh, I'm almost leaving
So
the
much
zone.
blood came out of you.
Yes,
Encrypted.
it's
It's an unusually
just some hits
complicated
there.
syntax.
Alright, I better go back to the, health station over here. Again, these can really save you some time if you keep track of those. If you're as bad at games as I clearly
Hold
am.
both sides. Can't let them slip
Whoa.
through.
There's that guy.
Professional game guys.
Nah, I've heard get good a lot.
Good.
Sir,
Good.
any progress?
Decryption is 75%
Obviously, you can't
complete.
review a game or
We've
know
almost
its
got it.
quality about a game if you're not good at playing it. Like, that's just the way. Get away from me, jerks. I hate these things. The way their head fins explode are pretty neat.
They're falling back.
Could be
so
regrouping for
annoying.
another push. Stay sharp.
Do the other characters have cloaking or just those dog guys?
You'll find some others too, but the dogs,
It's a
I
security
think because
override.
their
I'll try to
melee
open the door from
attack,
here.
it makes they kind of need that to like
I need to take
sneak
a
up
look at
on you
it.
and really cause any damage.
Right.
Get
So
back
Kim,
here, we need
to
you.
answer your question, says she plays a Vanguard and runs with Vetra and Drak.
Sarah, I need your help. over
Okay,
here.
yeah, she
Go,
likes
it's
Drak
okay.
too.
We'll
Yeah,
keep a
Vetra's pretty
lookout.
good too. She's your Turian pal. And she's pretty good. She goes both ways, so if you're into Vetra,
Put your back
no
in.
matter which rider you are, you can get with her.
You really think we can shut this thing
Actually,
down?
my favorite humans were the
Sam's decoded part of the
ones who
language.
aren't your teammates.
Now we'll see if I can have
Suvi
a
and Gil,
conversation.
both who are they're both gay.
Nothing on this planet is listed so
Suvi is
far.
your pilot,
Just
or she's like your
be
backup,
careful.
But you're okay.
co-pilot on the
I
ship
won't
with
tell
the
anyone.
Turian, and then you've got Gil in the
Come on.
in the engine room.
These are the moments that make it all
I'm
worthwhile.
gonna look up these people.
I like with Gil, there's even a fun flirty bit where he's like trying to explain to you why he loves gambling and poker.
Sam,
And
you
then
translate.
as male chef, I was like, I've heard of a strip poker game.
Indexing.
And then Gil's like, look, I'm fine. I do want to see you naked, but I take poker very seriously, so don't goof around on that. I was like, that was a good line. There are good lines like that later on. This intro is just so cliched that it might leave you thinking like, did they forget how to write things? But it's the conversations on the Tempest, which is the Normandy of this game. The conversations on the Tempest are really where the characters come through. Okay, so this is what you'll be doing a lot in the game, except Alec kind of does it wrong because this is the first time he's ever been to one of these basically transponders. The Remnants, a third alien group out here, they built these things on these planets that cause all the atmosphere to be terrible. You have to kind of reset them to make the atmospheres livable. That's your main goal. You go to a planet that was supposed to be livable. It's not, so you have to you basically have to reset your internet on them.
There's hope
That's
at
what people
least.
need. Hope.
That's all anyone back on the Ark is looking for. Hope it'll work
Looks
out.
like everything's gonna work out great.
Well, not if we stand around looking at sunsets. Let's get back to the shuttle and
What?
And I gotta say, scrolling through these romanceable options, I don't really want to bang any of these people.
Well, PB's cool. Look, it's about personality too. Don't just go on. Oh, but wait, you're right by Gil.
Yeah,
I like Gil. He's
fine. He looks like the last gay romanceable dude in Mass Effect.
a bit. Yeah, it's true.
Hey, he's tan and square jawed, and he's easy apparently.
There's Suvi. I like their Scottish brood.
Maybe 4 minutes.
And then, yeah, there's also some one-night stands. Actually, I think you go a little lower, you'll find that guy. I really like him, Ray's Vidal. He's kind of a spy dude who is flirty with you no matter which. He's flirty with you first, no matter which gender you are. I kind of like, oh, but we're talking right over this sad, like this very important moment here. Your helmet breaks. Your father sacrifices himself.
Oh no!
He seemingly is dying, but if I know anything about video games, if you don't
Especially
see a
once you
body, if you don't see a body, I wouldn't, maybe I'll make assumptions.
That's true. Yeah, that's
In
probably true for
general.
all fiction, right? Like
All fiction.
off-screen deaths do not count. No one was fooled by Suicide Squad.
Same with like, oh, the Joker's definitely dead. Like, if you don't see the Joker, even if you see the Joker's body, he's not dead. Like,
Yeah.
that's what I thought at the end of Arkham City. I was just like, oh, the Joker's not really dead, even though they're showing me all of his corpse all the time. No, he's definitely not dead. He really was dead, except not entirely. I mean, you know. He was dead, but he's still up in your bat brain. You all played Arkham. Everybody played Arkham Knight here, right?
Yeah, it was years ago, so it's fine. Ooh. Link wants a new Metroid Prime with better graphics. I would.
Right as in front
This
of
is
you.
like,
I mean,
I
we'd
feel
all
like every
like
time I play
that.
space games, I'm like, I just want Metroid Prime.
Well, all the scanning in here definitely reminded me of the Prime trilogy
Yeah.
as well. The issue with that is that Nintendo would need to build a new team because the people really responsible for
back,
Metroid Prime all quit.
Yeah,
and
that's
made that
true.
game Recore. So,
Oh yeah. Did that game come out? Where's that game?
oh, it came
What
out.
happened?
It went great.
Oh, bummer.
Actually,
that
people
for
liked
22
it,
seconds.
but then I was hearing, I didn't play it, but it came out last year. But what
Did the
happened
rest of
was
the team make it?
they liked the start of it, and then there was a very obvious
still with
feel of you had to rush this out, and there's a third of this game is missing. It ends very weirdly.
Sam.
That's a bummer.
I didn't hear him.
Kim's a Reyes fan.
And here?
Okay,
Yummy.
she likes
That's
him.
Yummy with 3 M's.
He's fun. I like him. He's one of those like one night stand dudes that you can one night stand characters you'll meet off of the Tempest. Ooh, awkward. Ryder's dead. There's a neat bit where later you can talk to your twin who's in a coma, and
I'm
they
so
ask
sorry,
like, "How's Dad doing?"
I know this
And
must be
you
a
can
blow.
lie, or you can just say like, "Dad's dead." Like,
Dad's
it's
dead.
I can't believe he's gone.
It's an interesting kind of like
One
moral
minute,
test.
everything
you know?
was fine, and then
And you still get those things that you get in old Mass Effect
I
games
know he
too.
could
Of
be distant.
we are at a story
Once
impasse.
said that when
Do
his
you
time
do
came,
this horrible thing, or
he
do you
wanted
do
to
this
go
horrible
out
thing?
among
the
the
stars
no one had
There's
seen
no
before.
win situation here. And I mean, you can't just look up how to do it the right way or the
What are we
optimal
doing
way.
in Sam now?
That's not how I like playing these games. Just the same
Sam
way I
is
have
now part
Walking
of you.
Dead. I'm just like,
In a way
no,
we
I
don't
play this the way I
entirely
felt at the
understand.
time, and what
It
happened.
played havoc with your brain.
That's what I told my friends about Persona when they started
Sam?
Persona 4. I was like,
Your father
look,
authorized the
I could
transfer
show
of
you
vital authority.
a fact that says the way to max
Shouldn't
out
that be
everything
core?
and be friends with
In
everyone
theory.
and how to spend your time the right
In
way.
reality,
But
you're the new
you
Pathfinder.
just live your life how you want to in Persona. You know,
Right.
You make the choices.
Whoa.
Be friends with who you
Eyes
want.
move so much.
If that's how it has to be.
Her head will stay perfectly still,
Don't
and her
say so
eyes will
short.
like loop
I think you can
around
do it.
and like do all this stuff.
Cora?
It's an interesting dynamic
It's
here
what
too
he
with
wanted.
Cora because
I won't stand in the way.
she's kind of
But
jealous
being
of you at first
Pathfinder is a
because
serious job.
it's in my
Sure you're
blood.
ready for this?
Nobody should inherit the Pathfinder. Like that's
It's
a
why
very
I'm here.
jerky thing to say, but that
Exploring the unknown.
Cora was
Just like your
supposed
dad,
to be. She would take over
It's
being
all
Pathfinder if
academic
Alex
anyway.
dies. But
Sounds
Alec
linked to your
passed
mind
along
on a deep
Sam
level.
and all that stuff
Trying to untangle it
Sarah,
could
so
kill me.
there's no
I know this is
undoing it.
tough,
You
but
can't transfer it to her. So
We need to start
Sarah
thinking
also
about the
has to
next
like
step.
prove herself.
A lot of
man.
people are counting on us.
Is the arc still drifting?
That's the thing. Whatever your dad did with that tower, it saved the day. Some sort of atmosphere scrubber.
The energy
Blah blah blah.
cloud
Let's
thinned
get on
out.
the Nexus,
We're
man.
on our way to the
Come
rally
on. Can't
point
even
now.
skip this.
Should be at the Nexus soon. She needs to rest first. She has 2 hours. We'll need our
I do like that
Pathfinder
haircut.
for
It's
this.
cool. It's a good haircut. I considered it briefly when my hair was really long. I was like, I could get a,
You were-
I
like
could
bleach
side
it like that
fade.
too?
I
I
checked
don't
with
know
my
if I'd
brother.
bleach it. Maybe I would.
Still no change.
Exciting. I don't want to
But
be
if you
too
can
mean to
pull through,
Liam, but
so can
he's
he.
just kind of boring compared to like
A bit of
I
your
don't
dad
know,
in both of you.
any of the alien pals.
The fact is that none of them are
Your
Garrus.
father will be
Yes.
missed.
No, nobody's
going on,
Garrus.
Sam?
Nobody's Garrus. There's not a Garrus in
This
this
is our
game.
private chat.
No, I
I'm like,
also
I shared it with
I
you.
miss Rex. Shepard. Why'd he pick me?
Why did he
So
do it?
this also
Why me?
Sam gets to work as a nice
Unknown.
explanation
But
of
he never acted without reason.
why your character needs to talk to
Alec
themselves to
wouldn't want us
establish
lose
plot
sight of the
points.
goal.
And you
He
just
said
talk to
pains
Sam and
and
Sam's like,
are resolved.
actually, we should
He'd
do
insist we
this.
grow stronger from his passing.
It works
Completely
better with
still,
music.
but eyes moving.
I know it's rather distracting. Ooh, got me a Pathfinder trophy.
Woo!
All right, let's get on to the Nexus here.
This is my my plan.
It's
I just
the
do these
forward
things
hub
so
for
you
the
play
entire
games for me and I
Andromeda
get trophies.
initiative.
Oh, you
Sorry,
son of a!
Solarian and
We should be
Turian
earning these trophies for the
students.
Fandom account. Nah. Like, I also just saved you the trouble
Let's
of
hope
playing
they've
this
had better
intro,
luck.
the lame-o intro.
Starting our approach now.
Alright, so here we go. The
It's
Nexus.
almost
This
as big
was
as
the
the
thing
Citadel
that
back home.
came ahead of us. The
Nexus Control,
big
this is Arc
home
Imperium
base for
requesting docking
everything.
clearance.
And we're going to meet up with all the other arcs, right?
Captain, I'm only getting their automated approach channel. Not
that's
a live
weird.
person.
There's
Bet
no
everything's
people
gonna
on.
go
We're
fine.
here.
Yep.
Take us in.
See, she looks weird too, but actually we're about to see the parts that everybody was getting from the intro the worst faces from are coming up right now, and they are some really bad faces.
Could be
I
worse.
didn't capture it, but I think
Habitat
there are
7's
some
a
worse
bust.
faces
We might have started
later
a war
on in
with
the
first
game.
aliens we met.
I
Those
honestly, I look
dead.
forward to the
This better be
viral
rock
sharing
bottom.
of bad faces.
Green across the
Yeah.
board.
How much of this game are you playing? We were playing for another 45 minutes.
Yeah.
You guys are just joining us. We were playing the first 2 hours of Mass Effect Andromeda here. We are about an hour into it,
I
Yep.
got
and
us here.
still.
Good
Though
luck,
I've reviewed the
Pathfinder.
game, my review's up on Fandom.com, so if you have questions about it later in the game for me, I can answer them to the best of my abilities.
Yeah.
Oh god, they
Trying to
run
keep,
so
keep
weird.
it spoiler free,
Yeah. Your
As much
AI
as possible.
pals run really
and
weird.
then they stop, and then they run a little bit.
I miss when you don't have the jetpack in areas like this, I miss the jetpack.
You gonna be
Alright,
okay,
so let's get to that tram.
Captain has called me a Pathfinder.
Sure. It must be mine. I'm the Pathfinder now. Everything's mine on the ship.
Yeah.
Just take a deep breath.
Yeah, let's get on that old tram
still
over to
can't
the
believe
Nexus.
Dad's
So
dead.
here we are in the
This
Hyperion
should have
Arc.
been his
Can't believe Dad's dead. She says out loud to herself. And Sam's like, I can because I'm an AI. And
Yeah, I was there with your father.
It'll be nice to see some
So these
friendly
are kind of
faces
like
this
the
time.
elevators, but it loads pretty quick.
The
But
Nexus
this
runs a
is
support
the
crew.
classic Mass
Just
Effect
enough to
element.
finish building the station and
Cool.
provide
Now they're
safe
sideways, you
Yep,
guys.
totally
It
different.
means we can start waking our people up.
Okay.
They built a
I
bar,
think
right?
They have talking in
Gotta have
them,
champagne for the welcome
at least for
party.
now.
You're expecting one.
Probably not always.
After what we've been
You know,
through,
they
why
actually
would you
go by
us?
fast enough that
We all
it's
could.
more like it's actually kind of
Yeah.
like in the original Mass
Rough
Effect
ride
2
so
of
far.
hearing like
We'll
news
bounce
in the
back.
elevator.
Real food
you
in the
know?
shower are just
Like,
ahead.
The reports on the Nexus is that this dude went here. Their reaction to current news. All right.
Here we are.
Ah, where
I don't
is
see
everybody? They should be excited
Where
we're
is
here.
everybody?
It's just all dark and stuff.
Occasion, alright. Let's see over here. Was Power Rangers any good?
We haven't seen it.
So like, I would say that it's probably as good as
you tell us where the
are
welcome
expecting
party's
it to be,
I'm sorry.
for better or worse. Like, it is definitely like not hiding what kind of movie it is by its trailers.
No.
It's very like, so if
That's
you're
all.
watching the trailers and you think like, oh, that looks like popcorn fun, then that's what you're gonna get. If you think that looks like Transformers garbage, then that's probably your experience.
Right.
Yeah.
That
So
was
like
helpful.
the diversity stuff that we're in representation they're talking about is kind of separated from
Lance are
its
still
quality as a film. Like,
Yeah.
like I had a conversation
Maybe he's
with
gonna-
a friend today about how they wanted
Hi there.
that like first LGBT superhero to be in
We're
a film
from
that they
Hyperion,
That they want to
enjoyed,
see. Yeah.
and so like I get that, but yeah. So that I have a huge nostalgia
Did you
like
say
thing
Mark?
for Power Rangers, and
This is the Nexus,
the original
right?
series
Pretty
was
sure we parked in the right
hot
place.
garbage.
And for
So
what
like
it's worth, your VI over
I
there
don't
could use an
want
update.
you to try to make
Of course,
an
I'm
Oscar
sorry.
contender
It's just-
Power Rangers movie. I just want
Yeah.
you to make a dumb Power Rangers movie, and that's kind of what they did.
I don't want to overestimate what old
campy,
Power
it's
Rangers.
campy.
Yeah. What old Power Rangers wasn't a great show. It was fun. We loved it as
You have
kids,
no
but
idea how much this
it's not
means.
something you'd watch now. I mean,
I
it
did
was a
watch
show
it.
for
I watched it
children.
last night. I went through and I was like finding my favorite
Kieran
episodes, or like rather
I've been
ones I
down with the show.
remembered because it was like 5 when it was airing. But like,
I'm Sarah Ryder.
it's so
This is
bad.
Cora Harper.
Yeah.
and
It's so
Lynn
much worse
Costa,
than I even
part of the
remembered it
Pathfinder
being.
team.
It's just like
Sorry for the confusion.
real awkward. I forgot how
Sensors told
much
us an arc had arrived,
Bulk
but
and
Helios is
Skull are in
notorious
it,
for scrambling.
and
They
how
count on them for a lot.
and how messed up that is because they're like,
Well, I've
it's
got a
basically like they
shitload
were
of
just like,
people that
here's a
says
fat
we're
guy
here.
and we want to make fun
Of
of
course,
him,
it's just
so we'll have him be
You're
a
the first
dick.
arc we've seen.
So he'll come into the
After a
scene
year
and he'll
of
say
waiting
something
and no sign of the
mean,
others, we shut
and
it
that
this
will
area.
justify
Stop
all the
You've been
characters
stranded for a whole
basically
year.
goading
Longer.
him into embarrassing
I'll
himself
fill you in on the way
physically.
to
Like, it was like, that's messed up.
Well,
Like,
because they have to make the main characters, the
Everything
good
that
guys,
could go
you
wrong with
know.
our plan has.
So they can't be like,
We
"Yeah,
arrived
let's make
14
fun of this
months
fat guy. So
Right
instead
away,
they're just
we
like,
hit
this
a
guy's a
band
real
of
bully.
dark
I'll
agents
attack
who knocked us off
him.
course.
yeah.
We're familiar
So
with
that's
it.
how I feel about TMNT.
Then you'll know
yes.
why we call it the
If
Yeah,
you
it
saw-
sounds similar.
We
If you
lost
saw
whole sections
the
of
last
station.
Ninja Turtles movie
A lot
and you
of
went,
people died.
awesome.
No
This
power,
is
no
totally
food.
like what I
Chaos
expected to
went on
be.
for months.
Then I think you're going to be fine with Power Rangers.
Finally led
And I
to
loved
armed
the last
rebellion.
one. Not,
When
it's not a
order was
good
restored,
movie,
the insurgents
but
were banished.
Bebop and Rocksteady were
Exiles,
awesome.
they called them.
I thought it was just if you
Back
had
to normal?
told
Not even close.
the creators
But
of the
you're here now, so
Ninja
maybe
Turtles
the worst
comic,
is over.
they're like, hey man,
No word from
30
the other
years from
Pathfinders?
now, the team
We're here.
that does Star
You guys go
Wars
ahead.
is going
I'll
to do
check out the
all the
security
special effects for Krang
You should know our command
in a
structure has been fractured.
multi-million-dollar
Some of us
movie
are
about your
doing
thing.
it
They
for
would have been
years
like,
ago.
you're crazy. And that's like, that's what happened. It was crazy.
Yeah, I mean the best parts of the first one, I didn't see the
And
second
no
one. But
one
the best
was
parts of the first
expecting
one
an arc to finally
was
show
when it
up.
felt like the cartoon instead of
Doctor
a
procedures green
Michael
across the
Bay
board.
movie.
Stand by to merge Hyperion power
the
into the
worst
grid.
parts of the movie were when they're like, "Hey, it's time for sex jokes with human people." I'm like, no. Can we just talk to the turtles? Because they're okay.
The crew of
Here are the bad
Hyperion.
faces, the real bad face here.
Good
But
luck.
Hi, who's that guy? Where's he going? Come back.
I'm Jaren Tan,
I
director
want to make
of
out
the
with
initiative.
you.
oh, Tan,
no
he's
idea how much your
you're a
arrival
jerk.
means to us.
I don't like Tan, so I'm going to try to be
We've
surly
heard
to
about
him.
what happened. And we're
Right
ready to
out,
help.
right out the
We can
gate.
use
Just
any supplies you have. Food, water, we're
Hey,
short
other-
on everything.
like
This is
generic
Foster
default
Addison. She
characters.
oversees
looking
colonial
person.
Foster Addison. So I like Tan's actor. He's played by,
Where's the
speaking of
Pathfinder?
Silicon Valley,
You're looking at it.
voiced by Kumail Nanjiani.
You're not Alex.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's
My
good
father's
casting.
dead. He made me his
This
successor.
is a scene.
Alec,
Foster's
dead.
really bad.
Yeah, it's like they
please understand.
don't know how
the
lips
entire
works. Their
initiative
jaws.
is at risk.
Yeah.
They're still just like Muppets.
None of the Golden World.
Well, Foster's
found out.
just a jerk from
They're
the
a bust,
beginning. Though
and there's been no word from the other
arc.
arcs.
What happened to them?
Getting some looks from office mates
No,
off camera.
Our supplies are
Yeah.
depleted.
That's,
Rationing bought us
the
some
fun
time,
part about
but
doing this is that
even
people
that's
walk by
running
and they're
out.
like, "What?"
These people. Well, on my Zelda stream,
to find
you guys want to go back on? I
That's
guess archives on
people.
Twitch at
We
least.
can't
Like,
wake them
watch
up.
our Zelda stream at
they
a
have
certain. I
somewhere
think
to
about an
live.
hour
A
in,
golden
I
world.
die and yell just the
Now
F word
or forever.
very loudly.
A Pathfinder.
We had the door open, and then
Enough
a
off the
coworker
field,
came in
Ryder.
like, "I'm gonna close this
Are you
door."
Office manager comes in and is like, "Nope."
Yeah.
You're in trouble
Fortunately, it was like a Friday.
Let's see if
It
we
was
need
maybe
any help
half
we
the
can get.
office was
We
here.
need qualified help.
Now she's cool. I like the Krogan on the ship. And by the way, because these Krogan came from before Mass Effect 3, still suffering from the genophage. Sucks to be a Krogan.
They haven't scared you off already.
And also Tan is unfortunately a racist Solarian who looks down on Krogans.
Cool.
We could use.
But you can't make you go like, man, Tan
You've
sucks.
heard my concerns. I'll leave you to it.
Yeah, see, that's normal walking. Humans walk. And
then disappears.
Actually, just vanished.
Let's have a private word in my office, Ryder.
Like they're like, we got her behind the Krogan. No one will notice.
I'm happy to work these details with your associate.
I'll walk away too.
Let's all just walk away.
Oh, that's the really bad one.
Yeah. Wow.
Thank you for standing up for me.
So she's actually the granddaughter of the Krogan who will be on your team. Draft is really cool. Oh boy. Your roots are showing, sweetie. You need to.
Let me show you.
Now, you think in the future they'd have better, unless that's the look she's going for, but.
Maybe on purpose, because Korra's kind of also got that like two-tone thing. It just looks bad though.
Yeah, on that NPC.
It was a bad color to do too. It's like you needed to go. It was like you wanted to go blonde, but you didn't dye it long enough, and you were like, I don't want to try again. I might ruin my hair, so you just have bright yellow hair.
There's definitely some NPCs.
So brassy.
There's definitely some NPCs on the ship. They're just like, you made this one really quickly, or this is a very first draft. Whoa, I got so many new things in my codex.
I'm already feeling bad because I feel like they're gonna be like, they're all based on developers.
Oh,
like you're gonna be like, no, I'm sorry.
So you want to keep track of your journal here. It's where it's going to tell you all your objectives and also your side quests as well. And I got to say again, I hate comparing this to Persona 5 all the time. The menus in Persona 5 are so much more exciting than the menus in here. These are just lame. I don't know.
I think it's really funny because Mass Effect was like the example for why Western RPGs were like
better than Japanese, or they were
like,
surpassing them.
They were surpassing them, and now it's like it feels like one, this isn't an RPG anymore. It's basically just a shooter with a lot of walking in between, and like two, like JRPGs kind of stepped it up.
Yeah, or at least the good ones.
The good ones did. Yeah, there's still some
were like,
rough ones.
No, it's still 2003. We can make games like this. Like even Final Fantasy realized like. In response to Mass Effect and many other games, Final Fantasy 15 is totally a response to the last decade of games. I am looked there. Jesus, I just want to talk to you.
All right.
You're in the camera there, Sarah.
Yeah. To whom?
Goddamn father.
Oh, I saw a grammar. I saw a
everything.
grammar person point
now,
out that she uses to whom. She's like to whom, not to whom. But then she uses lesser the wrong way.
Pathfinder.
He wanted me to be the Pathfinder.
All that matters is he's good.
I don't want to get into it. Things went wrong, and now I'm the one.
She has also bags under her eyes.
Alec Ryder wouldn't accept that kind of ultimatum.
It's like they are reading off teleprompters and they keep looking over at them.
Yeah, it's true.
Like they're not looking at each other, looking past each other.
It's a good point. It's setting this up, and it's also at least her arms. Oh no, went through her arm a little bit. I was just about to compliment the arm crossing there.
Ooh, so many options.
What was your relationship with my father? Wink.
You called my father Alec.
Are you my mom?
No one does that.
No, it's
a lot of us joined the initiative because of his vision. What he shared of it, anyway.
Everybody was so inspired by Ryder that they wanted to throw away their lives and go 600 miles, 600 years away from their family.
His friend.
See, she's telling you straight up, I'm not your mom. Okay.
But no one's a pathfinder until they've path-found something. Much like a colonial director without colonists.
She won't call you Ryder now, or she won't call you Pathfinder now.
Until you found something.
Yeah.
Once
you do, she does keep her promise.
How many tries is that?
What is my shirt? My shirt is a Tokidoki Tigers dressed as Sentai guys. So basically, like Tiger Power Rangers.
That's cool. I like Tokidoki. I had not seen that line.
Part of their Onitsuka Tiger collab. What you rocking? Oh, Mr. Plow.
Yes, the Mr. Plow shirt. The best Simpsons shirts are on Threadless, and this is them, and this is just the advertisement for Mr. Plow. Even has the, if you want to look at my fat cut here, Klondike 53226, the number he tells you to call in the Mr. Plow song. So they're really great. All the best Simpsons shirts are on Threadless because they reference from
Ryder,
season
we're
1
starving
through
here.
9, so none of the
If we don't
seasons
get a
older
foundation
people
of
like me
outposts
don't
to
like,
lead the initiative,
and
we
they
might
have
as well
good,
lose 600
they
years
are
dead.
funny, or
Alec
just to get
promised a
image.
lot.
Like they have one that is
None of it
just
panned out.
Homer's Moo Moo
That's
from
what
when he
you're up
was
against.
the
Why
obese
people wouldn't
Homer.
trust you. Why
They
I
have
don't
one
trust you.
that is
Prove me
Sideshow
wrong.
Bob stepping on rakes. They have one
Cape Fear
of
episode.
they have one of Worker in Parasite, the foreign ripoff Itchy and Scratchy cartoon. Krusty shows is really good. All right, guys, speak with Tam, Kesh, and Kandros. Let's go to Kandros. I remember where he's at. There are some bits exploring around here. I'm like, why I miss my jetpack? I just want to run.
So we got like a bit of action. Like how long from now until like you get into another gunfight?
I know
I
that.
got about 2 hours
The
more
others
talking.
mentioned
Well,
here.
maybe not. No, I can get it in
like
30
that?
minutes. But
Alright, 30 minutes our stream ends.
Just focus
okay,
on
I
getting
think
Pathfinder.
I can just zip through a lot of this
Can't argue.
conversation, but there's
Anyway,
just a
well,
lot of flavor.
What's the word on the
Kandros
train
is
guard?
nice, and he's
Scattered
basically
greetings.
explaining to
Some
me
indicate
here
the Natanis
what
was
the
the-
multiplayer
If you need anything,
is.
come see me.
But he also says that
Okay.
he runs security on the
You
ship,
talk like you're
Alright.
part of the leadership.
and
How did
he
you
also
end up
or the
commanding
militia.
I was at
So, short version is that
the
the
militia grew from there.
the other arcs,
Once
the
the
human
heat is
arc
on,
is the
all
only
kinds
one
of
to show up. The multiple
Captain.
other arcs, the Turian, Asari, and Solarian arcs never showed up. Why? And so we got to find that out why. But let me first show. Here's how multiplayer is integrated into the story. Do I gotta talk with him? I just talked with him. All right, yes. Tell me about multiplayer. Anyway, so the multiplayer
No news
is
on the
tied into
Turian
the
arc
story of
Or is this
you.
militia business?
Shoot, sorry, I'm looking around a
Yeah, our mic is right over
militia
our
there.
screens.
Tell me about the militia, dude.
It's rough out
Blah blah
there.
blah. The militia does this.
But that isn't
How's
news
that
to you,
aliens?
right?
All right,
I've
coming
seen
to
how they
Andromeda.
Oh, now we know their
Firsthand.
names.
Yes, the cat.
kept
They've
wondering
fought
when
them
do
a
I
lot
get-
at this point, and
But
but
it's
they
hard to
can't.
focus with our
So
arc.
there's no arcs and
Kandros.
no
Duty
planets
calls.
can be lived on, and they're
Illegal
just
Pathfinder.
stuck on. And they're just stuck on the ship. So I gotta talk.
Maybe you should have researched better before the.
Yeah, and so well they did do their research. So here's an early side quest here
It's not right.
that I'm not going to complete
It's
on
not
this
fair.
on this playthrough, but
What's wrong?
this
Oh, Mom.
woman here saying
So
my
it's
husband's
true.
in
The
jail.
Pathfinder is
He
found.
killed this guy, but he
There's
never
hope
would.
at last.
Excuse me, I'm sorry.
Maybe it was-
He would never have done this, and
This whole
so
thing has gotten
you
so political.
investigate. It's pretty
My
similar to
He's locked up
this
and
classic
detained
like
for
starting
exile
side
for a
quest where you
crime he
meet
didn't
a distraught wife who's begging for you for help,
Exile,
or
huh?
someone
'Cause
distraught,
it wasn't for having a
and
hand
then
in
you're
a
left with
cookie
a
jar.
tough decision to
They
make
say
of
it's
like
murder.
how do
They're
you
calling him
solve
the
it.
first murderer in Andromeda.
They say it's
But the
murder,
dead
the
man
first
was
murder on the
friend.
Nexus.
He wouldn't have.
Everybody on the Nexus is also
There
just
are
really kind of
witnesses and
wound a bit
evidence, but
tight
it's
because
all
they've been
circumstantial.
trapped on here
At
and they
worst,
have
it was
nowhere
the
else to go and they're running
His
out of
name is
supplies.
Milk and Ransom.
And also,
He could give you the
only
details
essential
if you're willing
personnel have
to
been
speak
taken out of
with me.
stasis.
Please.
You saw that opening with us coming out of
I'd be happy
stasis.
to.
Not everybody gets to wake up
Oh,
because they're like,
thank
if
you.
they're awake, then
I'm
they're
sure the
eating
jailer will
stuff
allow you a visit.
and they're
Please.
then taking more
Tell
of our
Milk
supplies that
I
we
love
barely have. All right, not gonna speak to that prisoner. Kandros, let me do multiplayer.
That's the console. For
Yes,
strike
finally.
team.
Tell me about the freaking multiplayer.
Since you have a front row
You
view
trusting
of the
them to
cluster,
me?
I can
You're the
give you authority
Pathfinder.
to
You should
dispatch
know how
them.
to use them.
I'll deploy your people.
But I kind of like the way
carefully,
the
Kandros.
multiplayer works
Appreciate
here.
that, Ryder. But trust me,
All right, so multiplayer is your standard horde mode, but you don't even have to play it to have it impact your solo campaign. You can go to ones that are Apex missions that have that little marker on it. When you choose it, you can assign a strike team to it instead.
Okay.
And though I'm not sending them on one with a 5% chance of success, let's see what the 74. Yeah, let's give it a shot here, Charlie.
Is that real time hours?
It is real-time hours, so in 5
While
hours
playing
they'll
the
be
game,
done
or
with
like,
it.
can I leave?
You know you can leave.
Okay.
It's attached to the time clock. It's not. You don't have to play 5 hours in the game. You can just come back later. So, but meanwhile, if I didn't want to send somebody on it, I just wanted to have some classic horde style action. I can just go to whichever one of these maps I wanted and jump into it. But I'm not going to do that on this stream. But the multiplayer is nice, but it's a bit simple. I don't love it, but it's nice. All right.
If people are interested in it, maybe we can do a multiplayer stream tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let us know if you guys want to see Mass Effect multiplayer, and we'll make it happen.
All right, let's find where's somebody else around here. I think Tan is in here. You can talk to him. If this door would open. There we go. All right.
Oh, cutscene.
This is the planet where we landed. Habitat 7. It wasn't even
Again,
close
Tan
to
is a
livable.
jerk, but he has reasons for it that he.
Found.
All the other leaders
we were
are
discussing
dead,
your next expedition.
and that were on the Nexus, and so
starting to wonder who
even
was in
though
charge
nobody
around
wanted him to lead, he was
Director
technically the
Absence
highest in
and
command,
power
so he's in
opinion.
charge.
And mine
And
overrules
he's
us.
making the most of it. And
Does
he's
she
an
know that?
overall okay guy,
I
but
oversee the entire
his thing is that he
initiative,
wants to be
and I've
in
decided
charge.
to give you a chance to prove yourself. To that end, the Scourge
And
dealt
yeah,
us a
the
serious blow.
Scourge killed
Whatever
all
it
these
is,
people.
our scientists
They
theorize
didn't, the
it's
sad
not
thing is they
natural.
didn't even get to wake up.
An
They died in their
artificial
sleep in
energy cloud?
stasis and didn't
It wasn't
never
here when
even
we
got to
left the Milky
see
Way.
the Andromeda
Yet
system.
it rendered
So
all the
sad.
golden worlds unlivable. Then there's the aliens you ran into. The Ket.
Tell me all about
They're
the Ket
obsessed
here.
with alien structures we found scattered around the cluster. They'll do anything to prevent others from accessing
So
them.
Kumail?
It seems murder isn't exclusive to
No, it's weird to hear
challenge
Kumail
to settle the
Nanjiani's
world
voice. He's
in spite
an
of all.
actor and comedian I
This
really
one
like.
here.
Hearing it come
Yes.
out of the
How?
filtered, the kind of sound
You need to
filtering they do
increase
on
the
most
viability of the
alien
planet so we can
races, you know.
establish an outpost. Then
So
we
it's
can bring
it's
more
ad
colors
So,
lib
like,
inside
definitely
space.
him.
Oh yeah,
The
no,
more
we
colonists we have,
posted
more
on the side a
resources we
video
can
of
gather
like
to
the interview
support
with
the
him. Like
Nexus.
Kumail's a
Everything
big time
depends
gamer,
on
so
it.
of course
There are
he'd
6
ask
worlds we
like
hope to settle.
if he was asked to
Okay,
do acting in
you
Mass
said
Effect, he'd
every
say
planet you
yes
found is
immediately.
unlivable.
Yeah,
So
there's the chat.
how
Yeah, that's
do
that guy
I-
from Silicon Valley.
Good
Yep.
Pathfinder would relish the
Nanjiani.
challenge of solving
Oh,
it.
Skip Maruch.
I think I
Bob's
should go
Burgers.
check on things.
Oh, that's right.
And if
Yeah, I
fail,
forgot.
guess it's no
Celebrity
sweat off
chef.
your back, right?
I gotta
I'll
watch
just look for
more.
another
I'm
Pathfinder.
like 2 seasons behind on
Placing
Bob's
bets on
Burgers. I
people
love
is
Bob's
part of my
Burgers so
job.
much.
Some of them pay off.
Don't play games with me,
Others-
jerk.
The way I see it, you need me.
Yeah, you need
if
me,
I
buddy.
pull this off, maybe you'll look like the leader you
Oh,
pretend to be.
snap.
But first,
I like
you have to
taking
see
it
Oh,
to him.
double snap.
Pathfinder.
Ooh.
Look at that clap back.
Yeah, I deserve that.
Where's my ship?
They're prepping it now in the docking bay. The coordinates for EOS will be in the computer.
Yeah, give me your ship.
And
Give
when
me
you
your
have a
best ship
moment,
and
we
all your
should
best
discuss
people.
the
It's
missing
my job.
arms.
I was wondering
So
about
each
that.
arc has a Pathfinder. Oh, I've got a headache. That's how people
My
act when they
headache.
got a
Something
headache.
wrong.
But anyway, other
Your
ships have
Pathfinders
Pathfinders on their arcs because they haven't showed up.
No.
It's just me on
I'm fine.
on the ship here. And I gotta find those other arcs. But okay, so I could just go straight to Sam, or I could talk. Oh, what am I looking at? Oh yeah, another side quest. Hey, these things are broken. Could you fix it? This also is a nice just place to get like when you talk to this wall, it'll tell you some of the basic info.
Hello.
Including that's the
I'm
woman
Jan
who
Garson,
founded
founder of the
the
initiative.
Andromeda
It's through
Initiative,
your
and
hard
she's
work
dead
that the
now,
vision
or at
of the
least they
Nexus
tell me
has
she's
come to
dead.
life. You
But,
and all your colleagues find our look
And
around.
but she seems interesting. It's too bad you can't talk to her. I'm long enough there.
You're just like, I don't buy it. When
Nah.
the game's like, she did. You're like, liar.
Again, that's just how games have taught me. So, you got Raj here. I could have a conversation with him about broken consoles, but nah. I'm just gonna go head on back to the Tempest and get on my flight. Wait, is it over here? Oh yeah.
Kesh.
I can talk to Kesh a little bit. She's the third head on this thing. Blah blah
There you
blah.
are.
Kesh, she's cool, but
At least
she
with
talks
the
about
Hyperion
how that there
hooked
was
up and feeling its
a
power,
there was a
might
Krogan uprising on the ship because they all were there. There was an uprising on the ship of like rebels. That's why you're gonna meet people who aren't part of the Nexus out in the world because they were like, "F the Nexus, man. We're gonna do it on our own." And Tan counted on the Krogans to help suppress that. But then once they did it, they're like, "So we're part of the. We now have a seat at the table to talk about stuff, right?" And then Tan's like, "No, I don't trust Krogans. You're all monsters." And so then the Krogan's like, "Okay, see you later."
Saga D.
Planet was toxic. What if they? You must
And
be the
here's your
Pathfinder.
members of the science
You and
team
your
who will
Sam
be
are
doing some
exactly
research
what we
for you
need.
as you play.
Professor
Can I join
Hero,
in the
my
research?
colleagues and I will work with your Sam and the data you gather to solve Andromeda's scientific mysteries.
I'm usually out in the field, but I wouldn't mind talking shop or lab. You know.
You are always welcome.
Not that we've
I
had
do
much
prefer
study.
Sarah
Everyone's got
to
for
Scott,
14
but
months.
again, I played as Scott
But your
too because I
data
was
on
like,
Scourge
I
flows
want
like
to get with
poetry.
guys. I want guy on guy
Advise on
romance in a
repairing
Mass
the
Effect
damage it
game.
caused.
So you got to play as the
Maybe
male
Aston will
shepherd to
give us
see
a
that.
real
or
workspace.
writer.
Who can think with
See,
all
he's
this
still in
wreckage?
grade, and you just talk about shepherds for so long. All right, did I speak?
She just named him Shepard. Like, no relation.
Yeah, yeah. Well, they wanted a cleaner break, you know, but then it's like, well, but you can't really. Do I got to talk to Tan again? Oh, yeah. Got to get back to the Hyperion with Sam and chat with him. Where do I get on the tram to Sam? I'm trying to follow this marker, but it keeps moving as I move.
You have to, like, go to your...
You got to get back to the ship, back to the elevator thing I was on. But, man...
That door down there, though?
Sorry, guys. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's that door. That's right. That's why I kept going.
There we go.
I spent a lot more time on it. I didn't...
See, if only that thing was on the door right there,
Yeah.
one door back, then that would not have been confusing.
No skipping this part. They gotta load up the Hyperion. But yeah, Cora is not trusting all this mess on this ship here. But there's some interesting conversations you can have on there that are not so bad. Not as bad as that first introduction there. But let's. Okay, got to. Oh, did I go to the wrong place? I made a different choice on the thing. I was going through too fast. So it's like okay, go to the Nexus, go to where I'm at, or go to the habitation deck. I meant to go to the habitation deck. So a problem if you try to go too fast through a stream just to show everybody everything. I need to have a talk with Sam, and it's a kind of slightly creepy aspect.
Dude's just like chilling, gun up. He's like striking a pose. This b-boy crew.
Just chilling out, like, well, Pathfinder, I'll do something once you tell me. Okay, here we go. Chat with old Sam. I want to get on the Tempest and get things going here. So here's where you can chat with Sam and go over some of your memories with him. But he was attached to your dad for years, and he had all of your dad's mind in him. So you could actually see all of your dad's memories, which honestly, like, I don't want to know all the things my parent knows. I don't want to have all that, but
that's like who was my mom? And just flash back to your conception. You're like, no. Like.
But yeah, but see, you can't do that. As Sam has told you, your dad, for secret reasons, has blocked off parts of his memory so you can't see it. And until you find memory clusters that are out in the world, which is the most like video gamey BS excuse, just like until you collect three of your hidden memories on this planet, I can't show you this memory. But it's how they are like, you know, hiding story, and it's just another collectible. But you get pretty good stuff. Also, yeah, like people don't like having an AI in my brain. They're all very, what's where I'm looking for? Suspect of it.
If it's in your brain, why do you have to go to this room to talk to it?
What do you get out of this?
Because you really shouldn't have to. But
I was talking to you before.
Yeah, but Sam's like, no, I want to show you things. Even though I'm in your brain and I technically show you anything all the time.
I am a new form of AI, drawing directly from the human experience.
See? Wow.
Do you get like a hologram version of your dad? Like
no, you just see it from his eyes. I think. I wonder if they're going to show us when I forget.
Like that movie.
This can be a lesson in itself.
With Robin Williams, with the final cut.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
I find myself in an unusual
Anyone remember that movie? No,
to
that's
past
kind
experiences.
of
There is a gap in my understanding.
Forgettable sci-fi.
At first, I was thinking of One Hour
Photo, which is like a good one. Yeah.
I was thinking of good ones. He was in so many good ones, but I think also like he had bills to pay, and he was just like I'll act.
There was that like early 2000s time where it was just like just in things. And you're like, why? This doesn't seem like a good fit for him.
No, I think if he was just offered Bicentennial Man, he'd be like, oh, that sounds cool. This could turn out to be good, and it wasn't good, but
it wasn't his fault that it wasn't good though.
No, he did his job.
He brought his thing.
I mean, Patch Adams, that's his fault.
Patch Adams was bad. Yeah, but yeah, Bicentennial Man was like, you wanted someone who could be a robot and then like and be human and also do everything in between that believably, and I think he did. It's been a long time. It might be bad.
I remember.
I just remember it being so long and bloated and just like.
Oh yeah.
Just like get to the point. When you got to the end, you're like, it's actually a courtroom drama about rights.
It's about human rights.
Okay.
But also when I I remember a day when I was watching.
Ready to see what Tan gave us?
It was just one of those things.
hear
Like
something
now, I
special.
cannot imagine wasting this much time. But
Pathfinder
me and my
alert.
friend were like,
How's the ship?
"Hey, Bicentennial Man's on this channel. Whoa, when Patch Adams is on this
We won't
channel.
be long.
When it goes to a commercial
The way
break on
things are going,
Bicentennial Man,
we'll be on our
split
own
to
out
switch Patch Adams and
In
back
other
and
words,
forth." And
we're making this up as
so we
go.
were like watching two
used to
Bad
call it
Robin Williams
tactical
movies at a time.
improvisation.
But Patch Adams is so
But
much
at
worse
least
than
we'll be doing it in
Bicentennial Man.
style.
All right, well, that was weird. Again, people all walk with their arms like this. Like everybody
This
does
is
that.
how we walk.
They call her
Swinging on
the Tempest.
Ooh, that's a bad smile. Sorry, Sarah. I don't mean to judge. None of us have nice smiles. But there's your ship right there, the Tempest.
Cool ship.
It's nice. I grew to come attached to it.
Look like a paper airplane.
Let's go
But
take
I mean,
a
this is
closer
the
look.
point in the movie where they're like, hey, "Look at this, the Millennium Falcon," or "Check it out, the
Let's pick it up a bit,
the
people. We're
newest
14
version of the
months late.
Enterprise." And here's one of your first alien
So you're the one
shipmates
who's
you're
making
about to meet
everything
here.
happen.
I think like the eyes make everyone look shifty. What's up?
Yeah.
Hey.
Vetra.
Oh, Vetra.
Vetra next.
I like
Initiative
Vetra. She's
Wrangler,
cool.
Provision,
All right.
Gunner, and everything in between.
Down with Vetra.
Are
If
we
we can't
ready?
have Garrus.
The sooner we get out of here, the better.
And again, she goes both
You're coming
ways.
with
So.
us?
All right.
Yes.
But there are
Otherwise,
times
there's
too.
no way
The
they're
alien
running the
faces
ship off the
obviously
station.
look better than the humans ones, but
Yeah. Let's go see the
sometimes
rest of the
I see people like Vetra, and it looks like they're wearing a mask, and it's just it's
Yeah,
distracting.
the person you were talking to before too also like
I didn't do
looked
it.
like they just had a bone mask on top of
Whatever
their face.
happened,
Yeah.
it wasn't me. I just got
Which
here.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's how
Director
Jay
Addison
just
wants to see a complete
designed the
report of the
faces.
Tempest
But so
supplies,
it would of
munitions,
course look like
crew.
that.
Director Tan overruled Addison.
The
So this is
ship's
going to show
loaded
you
out with
how
equipment for
resourceful
outpost
Vetra
discovery,
is here.
Shave
squarely
Ben.
under Director Addison's purview.
Senior
So Ben
I
is
say
like,
hypocritically.
right?
Ben is like, hey, Tan won't like it if you go off and do this stuff and take all our supplies. Vetra's
Came here
talking
with a
him out of
family, didn't you?
because she's a smooth operator.
Son still in cryo? I could pull some strings, get him to the front of the line.
Some props educated.
Really?
Everyone in
Yeah,
this game
really.
got pretty big mouths.
Yeah,
Gigantic mouths.
very full lips too. I guess that's how. Maybe that's
Yeah.
an effective
I know.
cryostasis.
I got family too, Ben.
Yeah, everyone gets Angelina Jolie lips.
It's done. Addison's gonna
Phew.
kill me.
Oh wait, yeah.
Are those glasses like just
Nicely done.
They're like space
cosmetic
glasses.
or like just
Part of the job,
She's got like a
Pathfinder.
Geordie LaForge thing going on.
Kinda, yeah.
All things considered, it was
Yeah, bum me out in the movies where like, oh, I just
Right
have
now,
contacts
you
now.
need
Like, you're
people
much
tearing
more
down
boring looking now,
obstacles.
Jordy.
Yeah,
You
it
should
was
have-
like the visor was your thing.
Your visor was cool.
And then he got cured.
Yeah.
Finally, someone who cares
Yeah.
about
It was just LeVar Burton.
talking about.
Yeah, I know. the longer those Star Trek Next Gen movies go, the worse they get. First Contact's pretty alright. That's a good one. Insurrection is just like an expensive okay episode of the show.
Yeah. First Contact's really kind of the only good one.
Yeah, Generations isn't good, not really. And lastly, I erased it from my brain. Nemesis.
No.
That's the worst one. I actually was at I had to do a trivia contest at a Star Trek convention last year for Fandom.
Everything's state of the art.
And
Labs, sensors.
I got some
exploration
digs
gear.
in it at
Plus her crew, of
Nemesis,
course.
but because
The
this
best
was
in
like
their
the
field.
50th anniversary
Good to see
Star
you
Trek
looking so well,
convention,
Sarah.
the people were like, we just want to be positive, don't make fun of Nemesis. I was like, come on, guys, we all
The
know
engine core
Nemesis
is
was
based on the
worst
Ark's
movie.
Odyssey
It
drive.
completely wastes Gil.
What's up, Gil?
That's
It
Gil
completely
Brooke,
wastes
engineer,
Tom
and
Hardy
all
in a
over
major
restaurant.
role in
Oh,
Nemesis. Like,
Right?
We call
Man,
this the research
like,
room. There's space for upgrading equipment.
I didn't know who Tom Hardy
gathering
was
intel.
back then, and I
Data
saw the
engaged.
movie a couple years
Securing
ago, and I was like,
connection to
oh my
Tempest.
god.
well, there's
Welcome
Suvi.
aboard, Sam. And
Hey,
Ryder,
Suvi.
of course.
All run by Suvi Anwar, our science officer. Your quarters
Yeah.
are below.
They still have
Plenty of
Scotland
space up here to get everyone together.
In
Yes.
the crazy
It's
future.
all yours. She's light,
The
stealthy,
Scots have
and the
not been
fastest
erased,
ship in her
no.
class. Every plan the initiative made is out the window.
Find the way.
Now it's on us to find the way. We all came here ready
It's like
for
a bright
challenge.
future's ahead of us
The
here.
When you're ready to
markings
fly,
on their face
head over to the
natural
bridge.
or like
Our pilot should have everything
is that
good to
makeup for them?
I think it's I
Never tell.
believe it's natural. Same with them and another great face. Same with them and
Oh, half smirk. She should just smile with her mouth closed. Looks a lot better.
Men telling women how to smile.
Yeah, that was awful. Smile however you want, Sarah.
Better head to the bridge.
Gap tooth smile.
You can run research projects and coordinate with the Nexus from
That is a thing that's always in sci-fi things, which doesn't make any sense. Like, a clear floor is terrifying. Like, don't put clear floors everywhere. Like,
it just messes with people. Like,
yeah.
All right, let's talk with Suvi and see if I can get flirty with her already. I couldn't as male shepherd, but as Scott Ryder.
Departure trajectory locked.
And Callow. Callow's cool. I actually like the interplay between Callow and Suvi. There's some good fun.
Callow Jab.
And honestly, I kind of like them better than Joker.
You, of course.
As a pair.
I'll be piloting the Tempest at your word.
Maybe that's just my antipathy to Seth Green.
But it'll take a Pathfinder's guidance to see us through Helios.
Are any other notable voice actors?
Being a Pathfinder,
boy, I can't remember off the top of my head. Like Kumail's a biggie. Kumail and
I knew the Tempest when she was
Clancy Brown. You can tell Clancy Brown. They're like
I was test pilot for the Tempest's early prototypes. I admit.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of.
Performs out here.
Well, it's also something that, like in. Honestly, with the casting of the voice of Scott Ryder, it felt like they're like, we want Nolan North, but Nolan North would want too much money for how many hours this will take. So we just found a guy who'd only done two other video games before this, and just got him to record, 80 hours of dialogue.
Is anyone ready for
I
something?
think one thing about Sarah is that she looks 12.
We signed on for the big stuff when we came to Andromeda.
Like, not right there so much, but like. And her facial expressions are always like kind of confused.
Command
a little bit, yeah.
Like every like ugh. Like
science and monitoring stations look fine. Lexi's reporting in.
Helm is green. Gil reports the drive core is online.
This is it, Ryder.
Teal.
The eyes are the hardest bit, especially when you don't stylize it. Let's go. I'm taking this seriously.
Earlier in the chat, I think it was Blank was talking about how
Nexus Control, this is the Tempest.
Like games like The Witcher really like set a bar for like how human characters look at games to a point where like now think like this would have been fine earlier because like you wouldn't have that side-by-side comparison. Like it's not like it looks great, but like
departure vector verified.
It's like with Bethesda and like Mass Effect, you were like, okay, this is kind of like big games have human characters like this. It's hard to do. Sports games, like that looks like how any sports game character customization would be. But then you get like The Witcher 3 and you're like, ah, dang, that was really
proves
good.
You can do it.
Yeah. You just have to work for it like for 8 years. And
it's unfortunate. Well, it's also unfortunate because BioWare really did get faces good for its time and even the original Mass Effect. And now when they're trying to, they just didn't advance as much as people would have hoped for. All right, so let me take you through the scanning here, which is this is one of the more boring parts of the game, quite honestly, because the way it's just the same loading every time of like, oh, you want to go to that planet? Zoom. And you just count to 20. Zoom in completely on the planet. And then
just hold.
Zoom back out, and then you can scan it. Nope, nothing here. But hey, at least it brought up my progression, and so you want to scan every planet, but then you go back to the system view, and you still got Suvi saying there's still anomalies, so it means on one of these planets is something. So okay, I'll go check the next planet. All right, and over to there, and wait. There's the planet. Zoom into the planet from an angle, and then zoom back out. And it's that every time. And so if you want to explore planets to like find stuff, you have to do that like for each system you're in. You have to see that like 5-6 times. It's boring. But anyway, let's get to freaking EOS here.
All right. Kim says that it's Kim says you can scan from back out.
Oh, fine. Yes. Smarty pants.
We're just backseat gaming for you, Henry.
Well, maybe you want to look at the planet, huh?
A mirror of the signal on Habitat 7.
See something.
Possible atmospheric manipulation.
There it is.
Is that possible?
Because we
We'll find out.
Let's go to that old landing zone. Check
Yeah.
out EOS.
All right, so we're coming into the tail end of our stream. We got about 10 minutes left.
Man, only 10 minutes. I gotta show off the
Evan,
ship
no
here.
doubt.
Oh no! Man, I stuck with 2 humans. Yuck.
Ready, Freddy?
I should have put. I meant to put Vetra on my team. Whatever. It's actually kind of easy
Hello?
to change out your team. You don't have to go all the way back to the tent.
Integrating search area from Sam.
I'll show you guys
pulled
in a
that
sec.
mystery signal through the storms. I have no idea.
Multi-sensory neural collation. Amazing.
Factory fresh across the board. Spinning up the
Did you
complex.
get the impression from this
You're
game,
already
without
tuning the
spoiling it,
We'll get a better read on
that
this
this
path in the
is
next
the start
7
of a
months.
new series? Like,
There
these
are
characters going to be-
absolutely hooks at the end of like, this will continue. This is just a new beginning, and I'll be interested to see. Mass Effect 1 to 2.
They gave up on
You can
EOS.
definitely tell them too. They're like,
Can't blame them.
oh, the
Expected a
people didn't
golden
like
world.
this. We'll fix
Instead,
that.
they
People
saw
didn't
their
like this.
friends
There was
die.
definitely a
Never know
correction
how
of
that
things
will
from 1 to 2.
For sure, yeah. 2 was like
A big step up.
leaps and bounds better, and
So
1 was great.
Okay.
So I'm hoping that.
I think I'm still messed up by
I
what
mean,
happened
unless
to my
this
dad.
game sells like
There hasn't been much time
nothing,
to
which I
process it.
can't think would happen. I think Andromeda
No,
2
I
or
mean,
whatever they're gonna call
I think
it
I'm still feeling
will
it.
be
Like,
will be a
hearing
big
things
will be a step
other
up from
than
this
Sam.
one. That was another thing why I gave the game a little higher score. I gave it a 4 out of 5. You can read the
Attendance
review
checks
on
out.
Fandom.com.
Good.
Other places gave it a bit lower, a little bit lower, or even sometimes a lot lower. But there is such promise later on in the game after
Take us down.
bad. There's so much
You have
promise
no
later
idea
on
how
in the
long I've
game
wanted
of
a
where it's going to
pathfinder to
go,
see that.
and it gives you hope of like when they can build on this in a sequel and learn from these mistakes. It should hopefully be a better game. And there are moments later on of just like, oh, okay, you guys do know what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe this was just rushed. Maybe you just made, or you're just working
Got
on
this,
old tech. I
right?
don't know, but. Bumpy arrival here on EOS. Things aren't so healthy here. Chicago Captain. I wonder if they made Suvia Scott because of Scotty.
Scotty.
If it's meant to be a
little
Scotty
Star Trek reference, because it's definitely way more Star Trek
There.
than Star Wars.
Set us down at this
In
path.
this,
in
yeah,
this
because
game.
of all the exploration. Yeah, totally.
Kim says that you can change your armor, weapons, and squad mates at any forward station.
That's what I was. I know, Kim. I was.
She's just helping.
I was just about to.
Thank you, Kim.
Yes, thank you. Kim. Once I open up my first forward station, I can show that off.
Okay.
And
we
it's
don't
nice
have
and easy.
one yet.
No, I believe I'll be getting one kind of soon. But yeah, this so radiation's a bit harsh here, so I think my helmet will be immediately teleporting onto my head. A very natural thing.
Nice.
How to
The
start.
place coming in the shadows. The shadows are they're a little better here on this planet than they were in other sections of the game.
Yeah.
But definitely like
Deployment was incomplete.
video games have a problem with shadows.
Ultimately,
Like
hostile
they'll be
encounters.
like they'll look like the shadow from Peter Pan.
power,
Just
but
this like completely black silhouette
Issued
like
individual security
running around.
codes.
This was actually
Outposts
not
self-organized
EOS is a
and
lovely
sensitive
planet. It's one of my
critical
favorite
Pretty
looking
good.
Just
planets.
say we can't open it without codes.
The snow
open it
planet,
without
not
codes.
so much. I freaking hate the
They
snow
must have known
planet.
these wouldn't
So
last
sometimes you
in
get
these
objectives just like look around this area, you'll see something.
They do now.
That usually
We'll make
means
EOS
turn on
home.
your scanner. Oh, what's
This
this?
analysis provides
Man,
us
not
with
the thing
important
that's
Damn, it's
research
power
data for
turbine.
Fandom. If you continue to scan and collect this data,
So yeah,
you
these
can
guys
utilize
tried
it
to
develop
set
new
up a thing here. It
technologies
didn't
and
work out so
upgrades
well
for
for them.
equipment, such as your weapons and
Still a
armor.
plant though.
Oh, check out this here terminal. Alright. Blah blah blah.
Suffered
Things
off
work
us
pretty
death
good.
today.
Deep breath.
Whoop, but see, look at that. Jumped up here.
His wife is still in cryo. Maybe by the time they wake her
I
up.
can look at it from up here. I should go back in. Ooh, you hear that from the phone?
Yeah.
Or from the speakers on the mic on the controller here?
Got a code lock key.
Didn't have that on my Xbox One controller I was playing as well. Yeah, let's restart them power sites.
Kim is giving general tips to everyone watching,
Oh,
not
I-
necessarily you.
Okay. I didn't mean to take offense there, Kim.
I appreciate him, Kim.
Yes. But yeah, those stations you can switch out are pretty nice. All right, where is everybody? Time to loot this stuff. This is mine now, baby. I'm taking all your magnets.
Sorry, you're all dead. Let me just grab everything that was of value here. Oh, good food.
Full functionality would require an active power relay
Pop-Tart?
station.
Space Pop-Tarts?
That means the
So,
antenna's out of power too.
it's a
might
bit
tell us
later
what's
on
up with the
EOS
power relay.
is where the unfortunate trans lines come in it as well.
Got a partial lock, but I can't turn
this
on the
place looks
antenna.
neat.
Something's blocking the power.
A remote
Loot this
lock is
container
active.
here.
The
Like it's got the nice
Uranium, and you're like, yeah, you guys don't need that.
I'm
I'll
sure I
just
need that.
pocket it.
power relay tower.
So we're not
Nobody's
the
like,
only ones interested in what happened.
like,
Let's check out this relay
It's not
tower.
this stuff, you know,
yours.
like, we all own this stuff
I had
still.
plans for it,
This
like-
isn't abandoned. It's
like, well, I'm a Pathfinder, so you know, suck it. That's what I'd say.
probably stuff you give back to your
It's a
research dudes,
wasteland.
right? So
Yeah.
kind of like
Radiation
stuff
in
goes in.
EOS's
I
atmosphere
like this
makes it
jetpack.
difficult to
Yeah,
cultivate
it's
life.
so much fun to just zip around like
Radiation.
that.
Our suits protect against that, right?
Site 1 contains shield masks.
It's up
Down
here.
to the brunt of contamination.
You can go
If we went outside,
that's
the site was
on the
ruined.
ground too. It's also cool in cover, like, what's that?
Structure up
Cover?
ahead.
Oh, I need to get to better
Sam?
cover.
It fits the profile of a power relay
Oh,
station,
now
Pathfinder.
you're supposed to use the jetpack.
Right. Get it running?
Like that.
Oh,
There
yeah,
we
that's
go.
Get power.
And we get a line on that.
Yeah, let's put away that gun. No, not gonna need it yet. Though, you see, it looks all big and open, but they're like, no, Sam says you can't go past here. Like, alright, fine. No stairs for me.
Such a bug, Sam.
Yeah. I don't know if you can go that far. Yeah, there we go. No stairs. Don't need them. Alright. Come on, dude. Let me in. I'll take off my helmet for
That
this.
ship wasn't
Yeah,
kept.
wait, what?
They don't knock.
There are people
Well, it's
here.
also, you
Thought
can
everyone
change
else was
that in
gone.
settings too to have
Of course you
helmet
did.
on or off
Now
outside.
shove off.
Yeah,
Find
who
your
are
own
you?
salvage. This spot's taken.
So you're a salvager. Got a name? I'm Ryder.
Clancy. Making an honest living by... Wait, Ryder?
See, everybody,
Pathfinder,
it's an
the next
easy
is just
start
can't
to
let
all
EOS go,
conversations of just like,
However much it fades
well,
down.
I know you treat me like a jerk, but I'm the
tracking a signal that
Pathfinder.
will help
People are like,
EOS.
oh,
They'll
okay, you're
only power the
Pathfinder.
antenna.
Here's all my money. Here's all my stuff. You are the
Patrol
Pathfinder.
today.
Or some
Turn
people
the
say,
power
I don't care if
relay
you
back
are the
on, they'll
Pathfinder.
know there's a juicy
Leave the
target
kit to
alive down
me.
here.
Help
So
me
you
with
turn on the
power
power-
I'll
relay,
murder
and I'll
every
take care of the
single
cat.
one of them.
You're crazy.
Call me Ket
Well, maybe it's
Genocider.
a good crazy. Okay, I'll enable the generators out there. You want to poke the tiger?
You want to poke
It's
the
on
tiger?
you.
That's on you, baby. All right, so see where them
Bet-
power.
bet they
is.
still have
Trouble
like
when we start the
normal,
generators.
like,
Everybody still talks
human,
like that. Yeah.
colloquialisms. We don't have like weird. Like I hate that in sci-fi things or fantasy things where like they'll have them say these dumb things that are just like alien
No human
versions
talks
of
like
like
that.
human
Like,
colloquialisms.
that's your farking problem.
Yeah.
Oh, Sprock. That's the one from the Legion.
That's bigger
DC.
than a Grabnax Bloyflar, and you're like, right, come on, like, just, like,
Yeah. I mean, even Star Wars. I feel like
Star Wars is
invented it.
pretty egregious about it. Yeah.
I mean, a scruffy-looking nerf herder. That's nothing.
So that was actually like pretty good because that like you get it. Like
For context, you get what a nerf herder is. They're
yeah,
not
it sounds right. It sounds like it sounds dumb. So you're like, oh, it's clearly an insult. Like.
Though oppositely, the like you look like you could rip the ears off a Gundar. Just like, well, I guess a Gundar is a big.
We've got
thing.
company.
Yeah.
Like.
And then someone has to be like, it's funny because Gundars don't actually have ears. And you're like, oh, okay, cool.
I read
Are those bad guys? Those
Oh,
are bad guys.
they. I forgot the cat arrived. I was trying to go to the next thing.
Chosen.
Yeah, so now they're no longer unnamed. They're the Chosen.
I think that's like grunt.
Yeah, the grunts are the Chosen.
Chosen to die.
Pretty much. I mean, they are self-sacrificing grunts who just don't do it. Keep your eyes on reloads, guys. But, see the concussive blast there.
Cyclops is.
Yes, yeah. Did you know that Cyclops is... I'm not saying this.
We're kidding about the cat.
Cyclops' beams don't have heat. They're just a physical force.
Drives me nuts when they are presented as lasers.
It's like, all right,
Even
this
comics,
laser
people
cut through
still do
something,
it.
yeah.
They're like, he like blasted these trees, and all the trees were like on fire. And they're like, no,
Without power.
no.
We didn't expect this kind of.
All right, I killed the 3 cat. Boy, sure,
down all those
that was sure hard.
Hey, Clancy.
Use the
Also
power
looks
relay.
like a
Hell, take
14-year-old.
whatever you like.
Yeah. Boy, yeah, he does not look
Word
right.
of advice, though. If that signal of yours is
Like,
out
that's
past
like,
the
But his
that
perimeter,
hair
guy
is-
is younger than our interns.
Right?
And he has like a
shuttles
wig.
aren't fun in
Yeah,
these winds.
weird hair.
You need wheels. I think they kept a little something in storage.
Didn't get around to salvaging it yet?
I tried.
Clancy
It ain't
looks
that
like
simple. Might be easier for a Pathfinder, though.
the new
We're heading to our
boyfriend
shuttle.
of one of our
Keep
friends
this
who's
up.
going
Maybe
through a
next
midlife
time we'll
crisis.
find
Yeah,
more
he was
solid
like-
And you're like, dude,
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
And he's
from
like,
here.
he's
I
nice
guess
and
crazy
tan.
blue
You're like,
has
come
fire parts
on.
for someone
Well,
else.
you're also thinking
He's
like,
so dumb.
Yeah.
Like,
well, then you're like nice, but you're thinking in 4 months we're gonna talk so much shit about them together.
yeah, like, ugh.
And then I hope you don't get back together with them because then we have to like go back over like, oh, I didn't
Power
mean that
restored.
person
We
was
should have
stealing all
access
your
to
money.
everything inside
Yeah.
one
Or
now.
whatever.
Right, Sam?
Yeah.
Correct.
Oh boy, our Terminator reaction piece just finished.
Woo, awesome, perfect timing because we are at 1 p.m. I'm happy to keep going if you want to keep
There was
going.
one last thing I wanted to show folks here.
Okay, great. So we are going to keep going for a couple more minutes
But let's
here,
just
but
zip
we're
through
at the
these.
tail end. So if you just joined us, sorry. As soon as this ends, you can watch the whole thing from the beginning on any of the things you're watching on. Now's a good time to remind you guys, if you haven't yet followed us, please follow us on whatever channel you are watching on. We are streaming to Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook right now, so you have different options. We really appreciate it. You get alerts when we go live. We play games the day they come out, so that you guys can get previews of them and figure out if this is something you want to purchase. And then we also do other like kind of fun-timey streams throughout the day. We play party games like on Fridays, stuff like that. So definitely check it out. And a lot of them are interactive, so when we play online games, you guys can join in the process. And there are even giveaways. So that's the spiel. Please hit follow. We are Get Fandom on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram, and on Snapchat and Twitch. And then we are Fandom Video on YouTube. Dang it. Couldn't get it all.
Here's that forward station they were talking about. So these are basically like your fast travel points that appear as you explore more of the stage.
Okay.
And when you're at them, at it, you can go here to recollect all your weapons or change out the weapons you've got, and also check your email. And reload your weapons, and then you've got loadout here, which now I can say goodbye to these humans. Well, at least one of them. These 3 are locked. But Liam sucks more than Cora, so Vetra replaces Liam, but then you have to have a little fade out and fade back in, but it's quick enough. Alright, but so, I did that loadout point. Now it's time to show... I wanted to show off
You can't do
one
that, like,
other
from
major
just your
video.
ship?
You can, but it's
Okay.
it's a lot more loading. If I got on the Tempest, then the Tempest would go into outer space,
leave
leave EOS, then I have to go back on EOS. It's much easier to do it from the from there. So, what's in the box? What's in the box? Whoa!
Oh, snap! Whoa!
Whoa!
She's like, hey.
There it is. Not the Mako, everybody, but the new thing, the fart. What was the name of it? The Nomad. The Nomad. There's too many names to keep track of in this thing. But the Nomad is. It's not even crazy fun. I don't love the Nomad, but it's way better than the Mako. And so this is when the game becomes kinda open world. If the open world was full of like nothing. But and you can drive wherever you want. The Mako can get around a lot of places, but and you need the Nomad can get around a lot of places. And you have to get in on planets like this where the atmosphere would kill you if you tried to run around.
Traction.
Time for
Nomad
6-wheel
boost.
drive, baby. Boom. When you're 6-wheel drive, you move slower. So you can drive off wherever you want, but they also make it pretty clear, like, just follow. Like, you can just follow these tracks and it'll take you to your next point here.
Signals coming from that
So,
structure up ahead.
alright, time to meet your last type of enemy here. Let's get out of the Nomad. So, here we are, one of the power stations. And, looks like I gotta press a button here.
Alien device.
I'm picking up initiative tech nearby from
Interface it.
above us.
Oh, darn.
There, look, up here
Yeah,
at
I
the
should
scaffolding.
scan everything. I should have been doing this more on the thing, but I had scanned these before. But everything you scan, you get a tiny bit of info, and good for the people who have been animating the game or like writing the game, they wrote like a paragraph of stuff nobody will ever read or read once. But all right, I need to turn this thing on, but it's not. But when I try to interact with it, it's not doing anything, is it? So what's going on here? Well, from scan mode, there's some tubes here.
My database
Where
from
did these
Habitat
read?
7, I could interface fully with
Alright,
the console.
Hopefully start up whatever helps the atmosphere.
Looks like I better get to the top of that thing.
Provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Fortunately, there's some platforms right here that make it easy. Also, I wonder if I'm going to get in a firefight here. I don't know. Alright, let's get to the top of this thingy. I can do this.
There you go.
I got it. So, let's get up on here. Turn back on the scanner. But it's also right on there. So what am I supposed to scan? This, so you can get a glyph for this weird puzzle thing, but there's just one of them also a scan. I'll scan this scanner, or I'll scan the monitor. So there was that first one, but it's not the only one. But from here, let's see if I can
Who else is studying this place?
view it or new. I gotta go back down. Right, back down. Okay.
Did you take fall damage?
No, you do not, because you got those
boots.
You got the boots. We got your jetpack slow down. Okay, like everything's fine. Oh boy, the face is not good here. Oh, she looks claymation-y.
That's what happened when my dad
They're
tried
not as bad as saying some of the worst Telltale games, you know.
Yeah, some of the Telltale games, especially the ones that aren't heavily cel-shaded looking.
Yeah.
I'll give it a shot.
I think some of the better Telltale faces were in. Oh, here's a meet cute. Well, hello, PB.
No, I'm out. I'm not romancing her.
Oh, you're not into it?
No.
Whoa.
Well,
she's too kawaii. Like, I'm not into it.
She has a fun personality, man. And like Alasari, she is a romance option for both male and female. So,
I don't know how
I could push her off, but I don't want to.
It's going to be alright.
Ooh.
Trust me, okay?
Yeah. She knows
They're definitely like.
I know.
You can romance her.
Yeah, make it real clear. You can romance her. Well, I know lots of dudes and ladies who are into the Asari every time they meet them.
They're good-looking aliens.
I like her little mask thing there.
Yeah.
Maybe you want to knock me down a couple more times to make sure.
Ooh, those eyes are just too big. They're like Disney eyes.
Yeah. She's like Amanda Seyfried eyes.
Yeah, that she looks fake too.
She's like a Jama Bay eyes.
Look at that.
Wait, who's that?
From like Glee, the like.
Oh, okay.
It was like doe-eyed, like.
Eh? Whoa! That gun's backwards. People pointed out. I didn't notice that just now. People online pointed out that cutscene, the gun's backwards. So here's your other enemies you're going to be facing in the game who aren't the cats.
Robots.
The remnants. Yeah, the very original thing of robots that you fight. So you either fight robots or you fight bone soldiers. But either way, pretty brainless. I will say you'll fight enemies later who are not brainless and are like regular people. Well, not regular people, but people who can respond to you or whatever, so they act as stupid as a robot. Get behind cover. I'm trying to use the Nomad's cover. It's not always the best cover. I could just get in the Nomad too. Yeah, at this point now. But I'm just supposed to take out these guys. Guess where their weak point is?
A giant glowing red part?
Yes.
Yeah.
So you can't just float and shoot, and you can get some good high ground there, but you're also completely out of cover. So it was a dangerous proposition. Whoa.
There you go.
And so PB came here and was studying and stuff. She was on the Nexus as well, but she was like, you Nexus jerks are wrong. I'm just gonna go off study by myself. I'm PB, I'm cool.
All the remnants of something much bigger. But that's
She's a rebel, man.
Midriff bearing jacket.
So, the remnants. Like, my name's better as PB.
Interesting, like,
Thanks for helping with those things. I'm Ryder.
You're a mystery. I've been studying those
Salt.
glyphs for months.
Salt.
And then you arrive and...
I don't know. I like
I
her
saw this
all
tech
right.
clear the
PB's
skies
I
on Habitat 7.
I
hoping
still
to
feel like
do the same
PB's
for
going to be the
EOS.
breakout character from this,
Huh.
though maybe
Atmosphere
people will get.
manipulation?
I think some fans will feel like
Fits
the
the model.
developers want
All
you to like
relevant
her
text
too
is
much, so they'll like a different
I think
character.
that's my.
in
I think that's my
response.
vibe. Like you gotta introduce him. He's
Now
like,
it's
you're supposed to
paying
like
the
her, and I'm like,
If you wing them up too,
You try
they
too
must
hard.
lead
Yeah.
to
Don't
whatever
tell me who to
Master
like.
Switch might fix
I'll fall in love with
location.
the Krogan. I don't care.
Sure,
It'll help EOS. Or am I just
I'll
a handy way
romance
to get those monoliths online?
Kumail Nanjiani's
I'm a little
racist,
offended by
tall,
that,
spindly
Ryder.
dude.
Can't do him.
Boo.
Okay, maybe.
At least not in
All
my
of his
experience.
appendages are super long, Henry. I have to know.
This planet worse. Here, take my
I thought
nap.
Solarian, I can't
I'll be-
recall, like, do you
I've gotta
romance
get
any
to the center
Solarian in a
facing
Mass
out.
Effect game?
Just be
Like,
careful.
Are they romanceable?
This planet's all kinds of
Some
strange.
must have known. Alright, Sue, gotta activate the other three
We generally
monoliths.
do the ones that are like your same height and build. Makes it harder to do the like cutscenes.
Alright, so I did just want to introduce the Nomad and let people meet PB.
Cool.
And so I think we're good. Now the next assignment is that I have to go to the other two of these and turn them on. So classic video game turn 3 switches thing here. So
Very cool. Okay. So we're like pause it there. There you go, guys. Go. That's the first 2 hours of Mass Effect Andromeda. We kind of like speed run through it. You'll probably spend your first 2 hours on that main ship, talking to all those NPCs and learning what the heck happened and why you don't have all those other arcs. We'll have more coverage for Mass Effect Andromeda as we continue. We'll try to do a multiplayer stream later this week, and our review is already up on fandom.com. It's right there. It's probably still in one of those big spots.
I think it's up at the top. Just
Yeah.
fandom.com. You should see it near the top.
You can check those out. If you have any more questions, you can follow us on social media. Like I said, we are Get Fandom on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, and on Snapchat, and on Twitch. So definitely check us all out there. Have an awesome rest of your afternoon, and we'll see you back here later. Bye, guys.
I know other things.